That happened with Stavros. Stavros had a nickname before, which was
Toothpick.
And it took a while.
Some people still call him Toothpick.
There are people.
I was speaking to someone just this week that mentioned you as Toothpick.
Refuse to not call me Toothpick. For some reason, I have an issue with giving people my real name. I'm very proud of it. I love it, but I don't. If
your government,
it's like I want you to. It sounds
like you have to earn your name.
It sounds.
I want you to love me.
It sounds very
before
egotistical.
I give you all of me.
It sounds very egotistical, but it's not that flex. It just means I think it's so important just to give it out there to anybody. It's like I think you need to earn the right before I can tell you my name.
I wish I was a bit like you, because the way that people butcher my name is ridiculous. Did I ever tell you about the time that I went out somewhere with I went to go somewhere for a meeting or whatever, and we went to go to reception, and the persons were saying their names and whatever, and it was like, oh, so what's your names? And somebody was like, oh, my name is John. Okay, John. And he wrote down the word John. And then somebody said, oh, my name's Tim. Okay, he wrote down the name Tim. And then I said my name, and he just put a circle.
No. Oh God. Why?
He just put a circle because he didn't want to ask me my name again because he couldn't pronounce it. He just put a circle. I was busting up. When he left, I was busting up.
You should have gone to HR.
You didn't even say, can you spell that for me, sir?
He just put a circle.
How can you circle me, sir?
And I know exactly what he's going to do. He's going to tell them that Tim and John are here with somebody. I can't say his name.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, rodents and other small insects, welcome to the 94th episode of Eloquently Saying Nothing, Season 2. It is another host, not your main host, DJ Webslinger up in the building, one of the founders of the podcast, alongside my fellow compadres and brothers in the building. So to the left of me, we have...
Big Wahala was good.
That's not my left.
What, you can't tell your left or your right, bro?
Big Wahala was good, man. I'm just trying to get... Because when he said to the left, he put his hand and it went to me.
Like that.
I was looking at... Anyway, I don't know anymore, man. Big Wahala, anyway, is still in the building. It was good, man.
And to the right of Big Wahala, we have...
Don't sniff what you won't eat. Don't start what you won't finish. Finish whatever you start, people. Simple things, man.
That's bullshit.
No, it's not bullshit
How do
at all, bruv.
how do you know if you won't eat unless you sniff it first?
Don't sniff what you won't eat.
But you won't know if you don't eat until you sniff it. Bullshit. Anyway.
I'm done.
You don't want to introduce yourself and give your socials?
Mr. Wolf, a.k.a. Mr. Wolf, a.k.a. _ Mr. Wolf.
And to the right of him, we have...
What's the matter with you, bruv?
You're whispering.
Am I whispering for real?
Something sounds crackly.
Yeah, because I had to turn him up.
Oh, okay, see.
I am Stavros Boss, at Stavros Boss everywhere. What's up, people? Yeah.
Collectively, you can find us at ESN Podcast, esnpodcast.com. We're on your socials. We're everywhere. So make sure you listen, rate, follow, like, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend.
Hashtag
We're your
ESN
podcaster's favorite podcast. Hashtag ESN Pod. How's my brothers been this week? Happy anniversary, guys.
Happy anniversary, bitches.
Yeah.
This month marks our 8th year doing this podcast.
We should have done this 2 weeks ago, really. But we just forgot, innit?
That's how old people do.
We forgot.
We're like typical husbands.
The 5th of October, 2010, we recorded our first episode and our second episode. And then later on that week, we recorded our third episode.
Do you have a snippet of that episode?
I'll include a snippet here. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Stavros.
What's going on, people? It's Webbs.
This is 002, because 001 messed up, of our first attempt at a podcast that we're going to be putting up on a site at some point, somewhere, sometime soon, I hope. We ain't got a name for the podcast. We ain't got a name for the site. We don't know what we're going to be talking about. We don't like each other. Anything you want to say?
That's one-sided. I don't like you.
Alright. Back again after more technical difficulties. We now have a third member in the room. You want to introduce yourself?
Not particularly. I think I should get an introduction up in this pace.
All right, then. Well, you're gonna have to sit closer for one. But this is now.
Good evening, people.
What names you gonna go by?
I don't even know. My name is Wahala. Everybody knows me as Wahala. They know I'm the greatest around. Good evening, people.
All right, then. Wahala has entered the room.
Yes, I have. Alright, today is the 5th of October 2010. And I think we have to salute a passing legend that did pass through today.
Today?
Yeah, what's his name died? The old dude, man. Oh, man, the comedian.
Oh, is that what they were saying on the news?
Yeah, man.
The British comedian.
What's his name, man? Dude. You know what I'm talking about, man. The old British comedian. The one that's like 90 something. They used to wear his hat. He's that dance like that. What's his name, man?
Oh, you're not talking
How you
about
gonna just search Google Dead Today? That's not
what,
that.
Norman Wisdom?
That's the guy.
Norman
Wisdom passed away
Salute
today.
to Sir Norman.
And that man wore his cap with pride.
Mr. Grimsdale!
Yes. He's better than that Gucci tattoo that man got on his face. I don't even want to discuss that.
Somebody put a Gucci tattoo on his face.
You haven't seen the man that's put a Gucci tattoo on the whole of his face? You haven't seen it yet?
No.
You have not seen the Gucci
The
tattoo?
whole of the face?
Yes. The guy, his whole side of his face is a Gucci tattoo.
That tattoo?
Yes.
What kind of stupid person is that?
I saw this picture. I thought the guy got bored or
I
something.
would like to tell you the response that was given to the image that was put on the web, like on one of those websites there, you know, the social network and one Facebook. Anyway, I would like to tell you what one man did put there, and it almost made me cry. He probably summed it up in one word perfectly. He said, "That is absolute coonery." And I was crying at my desk because
Coonery.
that is what I wanted to say and didn't think of saying.
We can cover any topic. It doesn't matter how we address it.
So hold on, all right. So let's talk about the format, and let's put it to the public as well.
Are you posting this?
I will actually edit this one really roughly and post it. Yes, I will actually post this. I'll make a new blog. We have to figure out a name though. That's the thing, and then we'll send everyone to listen to it. Can you stop? Leave this thing alone, man. All right, one more time. So message. Goodbye messaging from the 3 members of the podcast. First off, Wahala, what do you have to say? Say goodbye to the fans.
Goodbye, people. As I said, I'm sorry I could only be on the latter part of the show. These people try to start without me. They don't love me. They hate me. Anyway, have a nice evening or morning or whenever you're listening to this show.
It's your boy Webbs. Slags, I'm watching you. Yeah? I'm coming. That's me. See you next time around.
This is Stavros. Got nothing constructive to say, so just goodbye. And come back and listen again. We'll try and make this a weekly thing, and we'll try and keep it up to the high standards we've set in the initial podcast.
And
I remember the episode because Wahala came down. I'm sure he was in his briefs. What are you lot doing?
Yeah, that's how he came. That's how I came through, bro. We said this before, man. I came through on the pad.
What you lot doing? We did a podcast. You lot rubbish, man. You need me on the podcast.
It's true though.
I think you asked what a podcast is.
Probably
The
because
first
I don't
episode.
know what a podcast was. I still don't know what a podcast is now. Podcast.
All right, so okay, we're here. It's 4 of us. Simple Simon is not around. Salute Simple Simon wherever you are. So
That's Simple Simon FB.
He's washing his hair, innit?
yeah, and that takes
It
a
takes a
long
while.
time. Yeah, it takes a long time. So we're here. We're gonna
You wash it every day? Every other day? A week? What?
You talking to me or Simple Simon who's not here?
Yeah, he's not here, is he? I'm talking to a dread.
I'm not a dread. I have locks. I don't wash my hair every day.
Okay.
Is that the end of your question?
Yeah, it was a question. Dread. You're not a dread.
Hmm?
Are you not a dread?
No.
You're a rasta then.
I'm not a rasta either. I have locks.
Yeah, but someone who has locks is a dread.
No.
Okay, explain that.
Because dreadlocks, dread comes from the word dreadful. My hair's not dreadful. Yes.
Does it really come from the word dreadful?
Yes.
You're going to get people tweeting in saying that
People
that's
can
bullshit,
tweet in.
bruv.
Look at it.
All right.
It's
Say
a
no more.
derivative of the word dreadful.
What are you eating? What are
we
you
don't-
eating?
we don't- you're on the
What are you
podcast
eating
anymore.
on the
We should-
podcast?
we don't-
Oh
you're
my
on the
god!
podcast.
Oh my god!
Keep rustling paper as well.
we don't chat rubbish on the podcast either. But Clearly, that's what we're doing today. So let me eat my food whilst you lot talk.
It wasn't chatting rubbish. He asked the question. He went off topic as he usually does.
Shall we start with bullying?
No, let's not start off.
Let's
with
start
bullying,
off
bruv.
with.
Fuck's sake.
In the 8 years, how many times have you been bullied, Mr. Wolf, on
None.
the podcast?
Bullied.
Yeah.
Or people having a go at me because I'm an easy target.
Yeah.
Do you believe yourself to be an easy target?
Yeah, man.
No, but the whole point of us going at you with certain things is because you're not an easy target. We've already had this
What
discussion.
do you mean? Because I'm not an easy target.
Because there's nothing really bad about you. So
Yeah.
it's hard for us to find things to abuse you about.
Clearly not, bruv. You do it every other week. What are you talking about?
That's a special skill that I
Yeah,
have.
we try, innit?
It's a special
you
skill.
do very well at
It's
it,
like
bruv.
take it, did it? I have a special set of skills.
Rob, we fire shots at you and they bounce off, so you're cool.
That was my special skill, you know. That is my what do they call it? USP or whatever it is. The ability,
Your unique selling point.
yeah, the ability to find something that somebody upsets themselves about and abuse them about it. But it comes from being fat. It's like a skill you have to hone, or you would just be destroyed.
It's like your reverse power.
Mm.
You see yourself as fat?
Of course, I'm fat.
All right. So that you know, bruv.
Why would I think of myself any other way?
No, but you know, is it body dysmorphia?
Body dysmorphia.
Yeah,
No, I see myself as
sometimes
fat.
people look at themselves in a different way than what
Yeah.
they actually are.
No, I see myself as fat. What I'm upset about is that I see myself as fat, but I don't see myself as big.
Do you ever look in the mirror
Does
and
that
see a
make
slim
sense?
person?
No, never. Does that make sense?
You see yourself as fat, but not,
Not
big.
big.
Yeah. So before, when I was doing my weights and stuff, I saw myself as quite big. I used to have muscle, like big muscle.
What? And you haven't got it now?
I don't know.
That's body dysmorphia.
Yes,
bruv.
like the
Fuck's
missus is like, well, you're still big, blah, blah, blah. And I don't see it. I don't feel it that way. I think I've lost all of the muscle that I used to have.
Bruv, what you on about, man?
That's what I feel
I'm
like.
thinking, what the fuck?
That's how I feel like.
You sound like you can't bang. I've lost it.
I've lost it, man. I've lost it.
It doesn't get up anymore.
Nah, man, I lost it, man. Seriously, that's how I feel
I'm
anyway.
not the man I used to be.
I don't feel like I was as muscly as I used to be. But it is what it is, isn't it? It's just one of them situations there.
What program is that?
The Incredible Hulk.
That's it. Oh yeah.
So we
That's why
really have no topics today.
Yes, we do. I'm sure I sent something.
We've
in
got
the group.
topics. We got the Trump and Kanye topic.
You lot can talk about that bullshit. I would talk about trolling if you're gonna go into
I was
that.
going to talk, but then I got cut off to talk about dreads.
No, go on.
I can't remember what it was anymore. This is my point.
What are you looking at me for?
All right, we said simple.
You wanna cut me off, innit?
We said simple. Simon wasn't here, and then you was gonna say something, but you don't
Then
remember.
you started eating, and
as,
that was
as he's
that took,
drinking his
Let
lilt.
then he started eating. That took him away, boy.
You know?
Yeah.
You're making love to that.
What was it?
That,
What was
that
the theme
cocoa
song for
bread,
Lil?
boy.
I'm just.
It's a totally tropical
There you
go.
day. Pineapple and grapefruit. The reason I'm eating cocoa bread, jerk cocoa
Jerk
bread,
chicken and cocoa bread.
is because I've just come from helping my missus out.
Did you put KFC chicken in there?
Let me finish before you insult me.
And go off target.
Exactly. Always.
I just want to deviate for a second. Yeah?
Go on then.
No, we're joking.
You're such an Alzheimer's.
God forbid bad things.
What's your
Sure
name?
out.
My wife
name again?
has a standard 9 to 5, but she's taken up a side hustle to do her own little thing on the side, which is event organization, wedding planning. So this was one of her first few events, and I've gone down to help her support because she always assists me whenever I'm doing something. So it's now my turn to assist her. So we went there, we did our stuff, but it's a Ghanaian party.
So hold on.
So I know the
Was you happy and willing to assist?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
You're doing these husbandly duties.
Yeah, it's fine, fine. I know the person that was throwing the event, and she's a Ghanaian. The husband is a Ghanaian. They were celebrating the birth of their child, another Ghanaian. And so as we're setting up, she's mocking and saying, "Oh, you're gonna eat Ghana jollof today. You're gonna enjoy Ghanaian food today."
Is that when you left?
I said, I'm gonna go to McDonald's now because it's south. She thought I didn't know the area, but I knew the area. And she's like, "Yeah, oh yeah, there's a McDonald's down there." I said, "Yeah, I know the area. That's why I said I'm going to McDonald's." So 2 twos, we got there.
Did you go to McDonald's, bro?
What do you think I'm saying? What do you think I'm saying? Do you think Mr. Wolf, do you not think the story that I'm saying is not going to give you the answer to that question?
In 1975, I went to McDonald's.
No, it's a real question.
I'm not. Just carry on, bro.
No, come on. Do you not think you're going to find out the answer to the
My
question?
friend, talk, Jerry.
So, anyways, we got there before the thing started. At I think it was meant to start at 4. We got there at 1. We're setting up. No, whatever it is, we started 2. We got there 2 hours before it was meant to start. We're setting up. You know, black people time. People come late. Now, come 4 o'clock. The food is not even, there yet. And I haven't had breakfast because we had to rush to get all the way from where we live to South. So it's now 4 o'clock, no food. So I had an excuse to go to McDonald's.
Okay.
So I've gone to McDonald's. I've sat there. I've eaten my meal because hardly anybody was there.
You sat in the McDonald's alone.
I sat there alone.
What did you have?
Ding, 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 ding.
I don't know if I could sit in McDonald's alone.
I had a signature spicy burger without jalapenos and lettuce.
Did you order fillet fish for your?
jalapenos?
Did you order fillet fish for your wife?
I feel it though, fish for my
my
wife.
No, I don't know if I can co-sign sitting in McDonald's on your own eating food, you know.
Okay, then don't call sign it.
I'm just saying it's not real. But anyway, keep going.
So, anyways, I've come back and yada yada yada. But that's 5 o'clock. The event finishes at 9. Now, if any of you that know Ghanaian parties, when they say finish at 9, they finish at 9. So then people start clearing up 8:15, 8 o'clock. So that's what happened. They just took it off their own to start clearing up at 8:15. So I joined up by 9 o'clock. More or less, we're done. So I'm out. But the point was, because I ate at 5, I didn't need to eat anything there. And I said, good. I didn't eat any food there. But now it's 1:15.
You're hungry.
And I'm a bit peckish, yes.
And you had.
And because I was in South,
That's how
I went past.
We haven't got something to talk about today. That this is news. This is actual news.
Yeah, because you keep talking about my food, innit? What? You brought up the food. I wasn't going to talk about it, but you brought up my food.
Today's podcast topic.
Yeah, because you was eating it
Okay, what I was going to say in the
on
beginning.
the podcast.
In the beginning is October the 5th, we recorded our first episode. We are now 8 years down the line.
In the beginning, there was a life.
Yeah, it was myself and the actor. Wahala joined in, my brother, whatever his name is. He joined in. And then I don't know which one came first, Simple Simon or Mr. Wolf.
I don't know either.
I don't think they came at the same time.
I don't think so either.
But
anyways, we need to go back to the archives and see which one came.
Yeah.
I don't even know what episode they started.
Neither do I. But maybe I'll go back. Maybe I'll insert something. Who knows? But anyways, they came in very early though. It's not like it's a late thing. They came in very early within the first, couple of dozen. And then that was that. That's the team. We're here. We won on the first. And we're still here. We took a hiatus, for those of you that don't know. Hence season 2. And we're back. So that is our micro celebration because it seems like none of us care. The energy is low today. The energy is low today. And the microphone's
dropping as well.
The microphones are dropping. So that's that.
I hate WhatsApp group. I hate WhatsApp videos in the group chat.
Okay.
Why are you going there for?
I want to talk about the other thing,
What other thing's that?
The thing that you didn't want to talk about. So you can just stay silent for once.
Okay, go then.
No, let's talk about the. Go on.
No, go on.
No, I don't care which one we do first, but let's do both of them.
Well, you stopped me, so you go on.
No, I like the way that you intro these things, so go ahead, both.
I'm fixing my mic now, so I'm just going to leave it.
This is a bitch thing, isn't it?
What didn't you want to talk about?
No, I'm happy it's Wahala that didn't want to talk about.
About you being bullied?
No, that's not it.
I don't get bullied, man.
What was it?
I can't remember.
Just talk about the video.
There was 2 things that we wanted to talk about. I don't really want to talk about. But
Kanye West is one of them. Is that you mumbling?
That's you eating on the thing, man. This sounds ridiculous. Anyways, the Kanye West thing, I can't talk about it because I ain't seen it.
Oh, okay.
So if that's what you are talking about, then talk about it.
No, there's no point. Should we do a Venom review?
No, they don't want to talk about Kanye West. Kanye West is news, so talk about Kanye West. I'm more about this whole trolling is becoming the new way of becoming famous type thing. It's just stupid. It's just dumb. I don't get it.
Yeah, but that's what people that don't have a life do. They troll.
Yeah, he's trolling. Tekashi 69's trolling. 50 Cent's trolling with this. Tekashi 69 is my son business. He's got a son he don't even talk to. He say that this fool is his son.
Is that what you're saying?
Sunflower was trolling, then Adidas got her, so now she ain't trolling no more. Everybody just trolling to get attention. I just haven't got time for the trolls, man. Is that like the new way to get attention? I can't deal with it.
It's for numbers.
That's trolling.
It's
doesn't even do it. That's trolling. Not even doing it properly. Trolling, getting nothing from it but blocked. You can't even say I'm saying this wrong.
I do.
How
but
do you troll wrong?
I don't know, man. It's just not. It's not giving the impact that we need from.
What trolling was you doing, Stab, that messed up?
I don't troll.
He's
So.
not trolling. He just says what he's saying.
You just observe and occasionally poke the bear.
No, I've eased that now. If you ever noticed, because people just want to cry in it, so I just.
No one gets his humor. No one gets his.
There's times I'm writing something and I just delete it. I say, you know what? People are just gonna start crying. Just leave it.
No one gets his humor. I don't understand why though, because for me, well, then again, I know you, so it makes a difference, I suppose. Whereas other people don't know you. But yeah, see, this is why I hate videos in the group chat.
It's not videos. He's going through old episodes. I'm assuming to try and find out when he entered.
Oh my god!
When I entered, Did I burst?
This is the worst episode of season 2.
So far, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The anniversary episode.
It's the
terrible,
worst.
man.
It's the worst
Terrible
episode.
episode, man. It's like no one knows what to say. But anyways, I just hate the videos in the group chat. That's what I'm just going into. I just want it to be known.
There too.
I don't understand why people put it in there. I don't have the attention span to listen to them. Mr. Wolf tends to put about 4 in a day. Then next man's putting another 2. By the time that we get to the end, I haven't watched any of them, and I want people to know this as well. I think they think I've watched them. I haven't watched them. I
don't really think that you'd watch them.
I just don't understand why you put them.
Hold on. I put 2 videos in earlier on in the week. You should have watched them.
I don't even know what they are.
That's what I'm saying.
I would have
It's
ignored
like-
both of them. What is it? Unless you tell me where it is.
No, why should we have watched them?
Did you watch them?
No, I didn't watch anything.
Okay. There are two videos I put in there relating to one topic, which I don't know what it is. I think over the past, since I gave blood, I think it is, I've kind of tried to be an advocate in other groups. So my friend Emmanuel, who put on the event for giving blood for sickle cell, he had, there was some kind of ACL, what's it, the African Caribbean sickle cell something, I can't remember what it's called, but there was some kind of an award ceremony and whatnot, and he spoke on stage and he spoke really well. You know what I mean? It was like a 2-minute video, 2 minutes and change, and I've been pushing his video out there with a little message as well. And there was another little girl.
Guilt-ridden message.
Yeah, it was kind of guilt-ridden. That was intentional. There's another little girl in the same.
Didn't read the message either.
In the second video, it was a young girl who was about, I don't know, maybe about 7 years old, and she spoke about her experience with sickle cell. And I recently found out that one of my brethren, his daughter, just a year. In fact, she's in the same year as my daughter, and he told me that she's got sickle cell, and I thought, my days, you know what I mean? When you look at her, you would never know, and that's how.
Was that the video with the puppet?
Yes,
Ah,
I did see that.
Yeah,
it was a good video.
It was a fantastic video.
I think I saw it before.
I saw it on Twitter.
Yeah,
and
I
retweeted it. But if it was just what you sent me, I never would have watched it. In fact, I didn't watch it when you sent it. But I'd already.
I
seen
am
it.
not watching something that's getting sent through in the group chat. I'm just not watching it.
Well,
I just do not want to see WhatsApp videos. I don't understand my hatred for them. Well, I understand my hatred for them, but I don't like watching YouTube videos. I just don't like watching videos at all anymore. Everything has to be audio for me now. Like I don't think I can watch a video podcast. Like I tried to watch what's Joe Budden's one? State of the Culture. I just have to watch. I have to play it and then minimize the screen and do other things. I cannot sit there and watch something anymore. It's bad.
But those two, yeah. But the thing is that those 2 videos were very informative.
Yeah, but I would rather be.
And how about the message?
I'd rather be informed audibly. Audio
and via text. You know what?
Probably enema.
I put those
enema. I'd rather be informed via audio than via video.
audio, via text. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't wanna watch anything.
Okay, well, touching on the subject that I was talking about, and I don't want you to stop what you're saying because it is a topic. Yes, I do put videos in there, but that topic specifically, we need to do better. I'm calling people out. Everybody that's listening to the podcast, we need to do better than what we're doing. We do not give enough blood for the people that need it. You get me? There's people out there that need blood transfusions and what have you. And rather than talking about black power and black Twitter and how much you're pro-black this and that, you could do something really special and give blood. Simple things. I lie.
Do they only give blood to the blacks though?
Yes, I believe so.
I doubt that. I doubt they have a section just for black blood.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's African Caribbean.
This is the black blood. We separate it from the white blood.
It's black. You want some black blood? You want some
I don't know.
blood?
You tell me, Webs. It is. It's African Caribbean blood and blood cells and all that stuff. Bone marrow and all that.
Bone marrow is a completely different kettle of fish, bro. You don't just take bone marrow from a man for no reason.
Blood cells is blood cells. Bone marrow is bone marrow. It doesn't matter what color the person is.
Okay. Well, from what my understanding is that they take blood from African Caribbean people for African Caribbean sufferers of sickle cell and lupus.
Well, that's an odd thing to do because now reports are showing, or it's shown for a while, that sickle cell is a traveling illness. It's not just in the Afro-Caribbean community. It's the Mediterraneans, Indians, Greek, Turks. There's a white family, Scottish family that have it as well. So
they call it a variation of different words.
Yeah, but a majority of the people are African Caribbean, innit? So I don't really care about them if I'm being honest. I just care about the people my people that are suffering. There's 15,000 in this country that suffer from it and 10,000 in London.
I'm pretty sure 15,000 in the whole country and 10,000 of them is in London.
Yes.
It must be more than that.
Well, that's
they say 1 in 4, innit? 1 in 4 of your children potentially can have
1 in
sickle
4. But yeah, the statistics, I don't believe they're 100% correct. 15,000 in the UK and only that amount in London doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, you're looking at...
Are you sure you mean and only that much in London?
Well, you're looking at Manchester, you're looking at Birmingham,
Yeah,
you're looking at...
you mean that way around.
So, no, that's what I'm saying. The London amount doesn't seem that much. The general amount doesn't seem that much.
Oh, okay.
Statistics are right.
Anyway.
Speaking on... I'm sorry.
Now go on.
I was going to say, speaking on healthy events and whatnot, I was meant to bring something for you guys and I completely forgot, but I went to Focus Healthy Living yesterday up in Streatham Library. I want to give a shout out to them guys.
There's nothing healthy in Streatham, but keep going.
They were talking about healthy lifestyle and living. I want to give a shout out to them because they did a really good event. It was from 1 a.m. to 8 p.m.
What?
Yeah. 1 p.m. to...
I'm about to say, I was thinking,
1 p.m. to 8 p.m.
What kind of a rave was that for healthy living?
Streatham, innit?
It's a yardie thing, boy.
South.
It's a yardie rave.
You guys mock South, boy. South is wicked, bruv.
Okay.
You can
Well,
mock
I will
it, bruv.
give South one prop.
South is wicked. I love.
That there were some
I love
decent
South.
women there. Apart from that, nah.
I'm still never going to forget the day that I went to South London and I saw a chicky shop and a hair shop in the same shop.
Where the fuck was that?
It
Was
like,
the chicken
it
shop
was
in
a
the back or was
Streatham,
the hair shop in the back?
No, it was like half of it was a chicky shop and half of it was a hair shop. Wow. It was in Streatham.
Nah, bro.
It was a
I
Streatham.
There
I
is
could
no
only ever
chicken
be
shop
South.
and hair shop together,
Yeah,
bro. That's illegal.
It
man.
is, and I'm going to tell you, it is.
Was it Morley's chicken and hair?
It was like
I
a chicken.
don't know,
You get
bro.
your chicken and your dreads at the same time, bro.
Your
And
chicken
Stavros
and
will eat
weave
the
done.
chicken though. Still,
Get your chicken and weave done
And
in
done
one
at the
spot.
same time.
Did they have a nail shop as well there?
No, it was just chicken and hair. I just didn't understand it. Roscoe's chicken and hair, boy. That's but I don't know. Anyway, so this healthy thing.
Yeah, then we discussed sleeping, water, nutrition, talked about diabetes, talked about lymphedema, lupus.
lymphedema.
Yep. Prostate.
What's that on a Sunday
prostate
morning?
cancer and about men not getting their prostates checked out. And I thought of you, Mr. Wolf.
I need to get my prostate
Because I've
done.
had it checked twice.
Yeah.
I need to have my prostate done. I think I don't know why, but it's been in my brain that I need to get it done.
You don't need the finger up your ass anymore. So
You can do like a scan now, innit?
blood test.
Yeah, you can just do a blood test.
which is-
Even better, my
which is
G.
cool.
So
But yeah,
go
I don't know
down.
why. It's been coming to my head that maybe I need this. And I don't know why.
But one thing I did notice at that event, there weren't many black males, and I think there's an
Well, it's
issue with
Streatham,
black
innit?
males not talking about their health and their mental health.
I don't know whether or not it's something that's been promoted enough. Well, I didn't know about it, so if I had known about it, maybe I might have gone.
Put it in a group,
Which group?
our group.
I just told you I don't read nothing that any of you people put in this group.
So why is the
No,
point having
you
a
don't.
group?
You don't watch videos. Bro.
I don't read
You
most
don't
of you
read.
either.
You,
Let's
you
get
don't
over
read either.
That's not most of the stuff.
Fuck it.
So what's the point in having a group if you're not going to read or look at anything that's in the group? And then when we talk about something,
Because the things that I
You know
think
what?
is important, that you people read.
You know what someone asked me? You know, like, I'm gonna deviate a little bit. Yeah.
No,
Okay.
there's no flow to this podcast at all.
Nah, like
It's
I've
terrible.
given up.
It's a terrible podcast. Yeah.
So
It's a Yellow Pages moment.
Yeah. J.R. Hartley, yeah. So you have a group with your brethren, yeah. Say that there's like 7 or 8 in the group. Someone asked me, do you think that your brethren have a separate group that you're not in? I said, nah, I don't think so, but could be the case.
It is the case. You're in a group that none of us are in.
What group is that?
Your barbershop group.
Yeah, but he's talking about you.
No,
He's talking about you. Us.
The
Let's
man
say
them, innit?
let's say that the podcast man had a podcast group without Mr. Wolf.
Yeah, we got a group you're not in.
Is he?
The tech group.
Oh yeah, but it's not the no. It's not the podcast man though.
Yeah, but it's a Slagfest group, and he's not. It's Slagfest members, and he ain't in it
I'm not in it either.
No, you're not in it. No.
because neither of you is tech heads.
Yeah, that's tech, man. I'm
So-
talking about just the regular, one.
What groups
you
are
know.
groups, isn't it? What,
I don't.
does it matter what the
I
topic
don't
of the
care.
group is?
Yeah, it is. It does matter because again,
if it's a general one, innit?
if
then-
you lot made a group about I don't know something I don't care about, I don't want to be in the group.
Yeah, I'm not too fussed about techie.
Yeah, like you could make a football group, like as a side splinter thing, and I would expect the me to be in it, and Wahala and Mr. Wolf, and Simple Simon.
Yeah, I wouldn't be in it.
Yeah, I don't think you would need to involve me in that group. I mean,
what I
I could skirt it, but because I'm not deep into it,
Skirt.
I'd barely say anything. I'd be more reading. And I think it's the same for the actor and Mr. Wolf in the tech group. They could get involved in certain conversations,
But
but
ultimately,
generally, it's not something that you'd be completely at
interested
home
in,
with or
yeah.
comfortable with.
True.
So
true.
yeah,
So
so
we can barely read
split
it in the
groups.
first place.
Whatever, man. I'm a good reader, man.
Oh, this podcast is terrible. Can we have some form of structure? Can we have a topic that we can talk about? What did you want to talk about? You said you wanted to talk about the thing that I didn't want to talk about. So go on.
All right. Okay.
All right, I was going to go to the questions that we did have.
No. Let Stavros finish.
No. Go on.
No, just say the thing, man.
Go on, Slav.
Go on.
Oh, this is so big.
Go on, Webster.
You know, it's like it's trying to prove a point here or something. Are you trying to prove a point or
What
something?
have I done?
Just do the thing that everybody's
talk,
asked you to do.
man.
Can you stop screaming? The editing's gonna be
Yeah, hell, man.
much worse for me.
Mr. Wolf, you need to stop putting biscuits and stuff in front of me. You know I've got a problem.
I'm sorry, man. They're born boys,
You're such an enebler.
He is, and he never gets fat himself, the bastard. He eats shit all day, never gets fat.
Listen, I could get a heart attack before you, mate. So
Yeah, and it's
with
probably
all
gonna
that,
happen.
I'm not eating well at the moment.
It'll
man.
be for age though, not for what you eat.
Yeah, potentially.
I don't know, man. I'm not
No, it depends because
doing
if
well
your
at the
diet
moment.
is poor,
That's what I'm saying. I need to get back on the ting, get back on the Thai boxing. man.
listen, man, your health is your wealth.
One time. Anyway, Stav, go ahead, bro. Speak on it.
Okay. I wanted Webbs to do his thing, but you're not gonna do it.
I can do it if you. All right, basically,
I don't know how many times you want me to say something, and it's like you're just ignoring me. I said, go ahead.
Webbs.
one of the questions was the reveal of employees should reveal the ethnic pay gap. Michael B. Jordan's tweet about
gotta go through the list. That's what I'm saying. Just
I thought you were gonna pick something again.
mythology
This
comments.
podcast is the worst
We
podcast I've
didn't-
ever known to. It's so bad.
You're a fool, you know. You know you're a fool, innit?
Just
Oh,
say
no,
the
what?
thing.
I'm a fool.
Yes, bro.
What have I done?
Because 3 times
We
we've
just
asked you
told
to
you,
talk.
just
Oh,
talk.
no, you go. Oh, no.
Because
And
he
you-
obviously
and-
was just trying to find something for us to talk about because we have nothing to talk
No.
about.
I have
topics,
tried
there
to
were
talk.
topics
When you listen back to this episode, you'll see.
Oh my God,
Stavros
here we
says,
go.
no. Okay, well,
the
I rest
violin.
my
The
case.
violin is out
I rest
now.
my case.
You're so fat. It's not even a violin. What's the big one that they use?
cello.
The cello.
No, the double bass.
The double bass for real.
When you guys listen back to this, you'll see I tried to talk. I tried to set things in motion, not to be
Bruv.
The story about the
Stav,
McDonald's
don't try it, just do.
was a selfish conversation, but the rest of it, I was trying to actually start the podcast.
Do better. Be better.
All right. Before we got started, who was it that brought it up? Did you bring up the thing that you didn't actually want to talk about?
About the fact that which part are we talking about?
The thing about what he put in the group.
About actually pleasing the listeners.
Yeah, it was you that brought it up.
Yeah, it's me.
All right, okay. So Big Wahala brought up a subject that he doesn't want to discuss, so apparently he's going to remain silent during this topic. So a couple of weeks ago, we had the mead. We had the mead on the podcast. personal friends of ours,
Yep.
long-time bedrooms, and they got a bit twizzy, and we had a little conversation. We don't usually drink on the podcast. We don't have alcohol in there often. Hardly ever happens. But that week we did. Them guys got a bit crunk, and we had our episode. Now they came in after about an hour, and we got a lot of feedback from the episode. In fact, Stavros talking. I think it's the most feedback we've ever got from any episode, and a lot of it was negative. And the negativity was steered towards the mead. It was basically, that first hour was decent. Much better than today's episode. I'll tell you that for damn sure. Yeah? And but once them guys came, it took a dip. That's me being polite with it, because a lot of people weren't polite. I had to check some people. Like, it's all good to say it's not good, but it's just how you say it, innit?
Yes.
So, just say you didn't like it, you didn't agree with them, you thought, some of their views were nonsense, but they were saying like they're nonsense, or they're young. They're not young people. Somebody you talking about, these young boys, they're older than you. But anyways, so the thing was, we're talking about, okay, we're going to talk about 8 years and the history, some of the people we've had on, some of the topics that we discussed. Let's talk about the mead. And I think Wahala said, yeah, about that mead, man, it's that bad feedback. And in our thread earlier on in our group, in our WhatsApp group, that obviously Wahala does read, because he did read something, that actor said, I think Wahala said, why should we bring the guys back on ASAP, so soon, if we got such negative feedback? And that actor was like, well, do we have to follow what I don't want to put words in your mouth, but basically it was like, do we have to not bring people back just because the people that listen didn't like it? And Wahala said today, before we started recording, he doesn't understand why you would bring people, or go out of your way, I'll say, to bring people onto the podcast that clearly the listeners, because we had the most response that we've ever had, and it was always negative, why would you rush to bring them back? And so, and Websling is like, well, we can't let our listeners dictate what we do. So that's the opposing view. Are you working for your listeners, or are your listeners working for you? Is it a circle of life, and sometimes you give and take? So that was the thing, and I thought that's kind of interesting. So the actor, seeing as you were the one that brought it up, you started the thing, I guess.
I didn't start it. I just made I replied to one of the comments, and I said,
Can you talk into the mic, please?
People don't like a lot of things. The mead is real. I don't think we should let people dictate to us who they like. And then why wouldn't we have so much fun, or run the show, or run our podcast? Why would we let people run our podcast for us, except for us? It's our podcast. We're doing something for the masses. If the masses don't like it, it's fine. Not everybody will like everything. Not everything is for everyone. Yeah. But seeing as that was one of the most reviews we've got out of all our shows, we've done something right.
Not when all the reviews are negative.
I
do mean, I don't know where the stuff came with most. I think all was negative.
Whether
Probably.
it's bad publicity or good publicity, it's publicity.
Yeah, but the publicity
We
wasn't
got people talking.
Well, I don't know if the publicity was from people that are new.
I
think we would have still got some. If it was new listeners, or I saw one person, maybe one or two people that was newish responders, I would say came with the response to say that it was bad. But most of the people we knew, so it was even a case of
some of the people that I know listen to the podcast. They were like, "Rah, those guys are wild."
But
that was it. It wasn't that was crap, or I didn't really feel that, or whatever. It was like that was different, and they come with a different kind of flex.
I don't think it was that wild.
I don't think so either. I mean, I would say, we had a guest on. I'm not going to say who the guest was. We've had quite a lot of guests in the past 12 months or so. And somebody tweeted something not so nice about it. And Stavros wasn't happy with the conduct of the person's tweet. You can disagree with what's been said and feel like the opinion isn't one that you would co-sign, but I don't think you should be disrespecting people though.
Yeah, but that's the issue we have with social media. People feel because of that platform, they can say what they want to say, be as abusive as they want, and not have any repercussions for it.
I think
segue. Keep going.
I don't even know if I want to go down that road, man.
Let's go down this road.
It's just
Happy anniversary, bitches. Let's go down this road.
There's too many bitches online. But finish your first thing, innit, and then we'll maybe get to that bit.
No. Wait, no, I'm done really. I just think that social media kind of does give the platform for people who won't say things to your face to say it online, innit? Like keyboard warriors.
But you do realize
have a
that
difference of opinion, no problem. Say what you feel, but I think that you don't need to cross the line or go below the belt.
Okay, Mr. Wolf, you do realize the topic was, or the idea was, or the conversation was around, should we gear our podcast towards the listeners, or should we just enjoy ourselves and hopefully they enjoy it as well? And your thing was, people on social media are roadhead out.
Not necessarily. No,
Have you changed the subject?
Oh my god, let's just carry on anyway. We're there now. So even with regards to the original question,
I'm just pointing it out. That's all.
Even with regards to the original question,
Why is he tearing the Velcro?
Yeah, making noise.
Even with regards to the original question, it just depends what you're doing it for. If you're doing it with not the care and award for your listeners, then you don't care in it. If you're doing it because you want to expand your listenership, or you want to please the people that are actually taking the time out of their day to listen to what you're doing, then you should aim to at least please your listeners. I'm not saying that your whole thing should be tailored to them, but it should be. You should take their feedback to consideration, as far as I'm concerned, because they're listening to you. You're putting it out there for people to listen. We always ask for feedback all the time, so I'm assuming that you're asking for feedback so we can make adjustments for that feedback. Not necessarily at all things, but just make slight adjustments. One thing I don't want to do is just when people give us feedback, we just take on what they say and do that thing. One time we did that one week and it was terrible. We had some feedback about something and we ended up the whole podcast almost ended up like we was tailoring to the feedback that we had, and I didn't like it. It was terrible.
That was you and Sickle Cell Lupus.
It wasn't me.
Was.
Okay. But anyway, so so it got to a point where I just don't know. I just think to myself, well, if you don't listen to your listeners, then what's the point? I don't get it. I would suggest that we would take some things into consideration. I would never ever say don't bring your people on again, because that's mad, isn't it? It's the meat, isn't it? They're the meat. Well, I wouldn't bring them on the 2 weeks after people already done said that they don't want to listen to them. Give them a breathe, innit? Let them breathe. Let them have a break.
I don't even think what they said was that bad. I think there was
one thing that one said was ridiculous. Yes, I would have said, I would have been somebody else.
Bro, there was a few things that were said. I'm not denying that. There was like 10 or 11 of us in it. So not because one out of the maybe 5 of the media said something that you disagree with, then all of a sudden everybody in the media is an idiot. You get me? 1 or 2 people in the media, from my point of view, was talking a lot of sense, with different topics.
You have to remember
that were being brought to the table.
You have to remember, they don't even know who the 5 of us are. They don't even know the difference between the 5 of us.
It doesn't matter.
Hold on, you should
understand that individuals are individuals.
Yeah, but they don't know who the individuals are because they don't even know the difference between one to another. That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
Yeah, but everybody introduced themselves.
What's that got to do with it? We introduce ourselves every week, and Stavros just told you last week or the week before that people don't even know the difference between you, Mr. Wolf, and Simple Simon, and they barely know the difference between me and Stav. So if they got 5 new people in the room, they're not going to say, well, that person or that person. They're just going to brought them all in one thing because we call them a collective.
So is it fair to say our listeners are stupid because they can't differentiate people's voices and who people are?
I'm thinking.
I don't know. It depends.
No, that's not fair because I listen to a lot of podcasts, and a lot of the time when there's 3 or 4 people, if it's a new podcast, if it's not one I'm entirely comfortable with, then yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but you would say that person is talking shit. You wouldn't say they're all talking shit.
Yeah, whoever made a certain comment, whoever said something specific.
So you lot are touchy blacks,
sometimes
man.
You
are, man.
Touchy how?
You lot are some touchy blacks. Even when you lot was saying, I'm going to go into... you lot got time for these people. If people are cussing, as long as they're not... for me, what that person said on what the person that you lot are saying find, or what you found insulting at the time, because I slightly agreed with what they were saying. I didn't even think anything of it.
I think when they were speaking about the N-word, I think in that perspective, yes, I think people can get their backs up on it. But ultimately, I don't think that they were talking shit. That's just me. I think that a lot of what they were saying made sense.
But you disagree. Personally. You disagree with the fundamental thing that one of them was saying. That the same thing that everybody disagreed with.
The N-word thing, yeah.
So
but I think that was 2 out of the 5 of them said that it's cool.
One of them said,
I know what he said, brother, and I didn't agree with it. But we were speaking for a good.
But if, okay, I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to ask you a question.
2 hours after that.
If you was listening, and I want you to be real, yeah, everyone in this room needs to be real. If you was listening to somebody else's thing that's got nothing to do with you, you don't know them, right? And somebody made that comment, right? Would you call that person stupid?
You have to say the comment, innit?
Okay, so somebody said on the podcast that if a white person was their close brethren called them the N-word, they wouldn't they wouldn't see as a bad thing, or they wouldn't think it as a bad way. They would just say, it's my brethren, I've known him for years, blah blah blah. Would you call that person stupid?
I don't know. I don't know what I would do.
This is what I'm saying.
What do you mean? I would say I would definitely say that that's a stupid thing to say, and I don't co-sign it. You get me? To call a person stupid, that I don't know.
I agree with that. It may have been a stupid thing to say, but it doesn't mean the individual stupid.
You both would call that person stupid. You, before the person even breathed, would call him stupid.
No, I say that's a stupid thing to say, bruv.
Okay. I'm not saying to the person to their face. I'm saying you're listening to something online.
I'd say that's a stupid thing to say.
Okay, all right.
I'll say that's a nonsense. Something along those lines.
But it is. We all agreed that was a stupid comment. We didn't agree with that comment. We was like, no, that don't sound right. That's not right. You yourself,
Stavros is not even saying it's a stupid comment. I'm saying I disagree with it.
Yeah, it's nonsensical.
I would agree that the idea of doing that is a nonsense.
Yeah, even Wahala himself said if he was in that situation, you'd be punching that brethren in the eye.
For me, if I was a listener, I'll think that person's stupid.
I think what
I'm gonna be honest.
I think what Wahala's trying to say is that we all agree that the comment wasn't. We disagree with the comment, but how would you express that? Would you express it if it's somebody you didn't know? If I came in to record now and I said, "Boy, I was at this party. Listen, I was at this party. I was talking to somebody, and they said they let their white friend call him the N-word." What do you think about that, guys? And maybe one of you might say,
"Dickhead,
that person's an idiot."
I'd say that's stupid. What's wrong with the person? Is the person an idiot? Is the person stupid to allow that to happen?
Web slinger, stroke the actor. You take any reason to insult somebody. You don't even need a reason. You're wearing Nike.
No, I don't. You fucking idiot.
Idiot. You're wearing Nike.
I think the whole. All right, listeners, you're allowed to have your. No. I'm gonna keep it real. You're allowed to say whatever you want to say. If you don't take into account that everybody's going to have an opinion over everything. You may not like that opinion. That's fine. How you express the way you feel about that opinion is also fine. But don't expect a backlash not to come back to you on the way you express your opinion. Simple as that.
Well, everybody has to have consequences for whatever actions they're having it. So even if that was the consequences for that comment, the person making another comment had a consequence for that comment. And consequences go all the way, but it's just...
No, because if you want to... Well, the next topic was going to be about social media and people being brave and brazen and rude, basically. Let's just call it rude. Because there is no repercussions for the rudeness. That's the point.
It seems to be repercussions coming up soon. So I've seen 2 people this week talk about repercussions for their actions online.
So one of them is Slumflower.
One of them is Slumflower, and one of them was... I didn't even know about the one from... what's his name? Mr. Exposed from... Free Shots. Well, so he posted something about I think he must have posted something last year. I'm assuming it might have been the Logan Sammer thing that they were talking about when they were talking about dark skinned girls, because I saw he was involved in the tweets.
Did he do a dark skin joke?
I think he was involved in the tweets when Logan Sammer got, so Logan Sammer got, again, another person that got in trouble for his social media discussions and the consequences for that social media discussion.
You're going to have to flesh what that
Okay, so Logan Sammer, I don't know when it was, but he was talking about dark-skinned girls and light-skinned girls and how they behave and how they're different and this, that, and the other. And when he got a job at One Extra, people brought up the tweets and basically got him removed from One Extra. His job got taken away. I forgot what happened now. I don't know where he is now, but that's what happened last time.
Okay.
But I think Mr. Exposed was in those tweets, but I don't know if that's the tweets that he's referring to. But he tweeted some stuff anyway at some point last year. And he apparently had he made a program for mental health illness that came out on the BBC. It was a big program for him. I think that's one of the things that made him really, really pop. But people, when he was going to release that program, started sending all these things that he's been saying about things online, trying to get him removed from that, basically for them to cancel that show, because they're saying, this guy, are you letting this guy on the TV? He says this, that, and the other. Now, I think the show still got released, but he said there was a lot of other things that was in the pipeline for him to do, that when all the backlash happened on social media, they basically just got taken away. Ooh. People weren't answering his phone calls anymore, all of this type of stuff. And he must have said, you know what? He goes, that's why he loves Free Shots, because Free Shots is the only thing he had at that time, because everything else went. Everything else went. He thought it was going to, after that show, things were going to come in his thing. He had all these things in the pipeline. Then these people went at him for the stuff that he said on social media. And then suddenly, Free Shots was the only thing left.
Okay. So seemingly he got blacklisted.
In a way, yeah. So there are repercussions, and then obviously there's this one I don't know about though, because I think this is premature. This discussion that everybody's having around this Slumflower thing.
Can I, before we start, Stavros will happily raise his hands and admit I thought it was funny.
What she said though, the thing that happened.
No, what happened?
Oh, what happened? I found it hilarious. I found it amusing.
I have no idea what happened.
But it is sad at the same time.
What happened?
Basically, so Slumflower is a. She says she's a feminist, so I'm gonna call her a feminist. So, but she's also an author.
Is this the woman that
Saggy Boos Matter?
She's not the one that was cussing black men for them to die.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
Okay.
yes, that's the same one.
Okay, go ahead.
Who was actually at
the polo
event.
Yeah, you pointed her out.
Yeah, I pointed her out one time. So she
That's her.
you need to be careful, man. They call her Thanos, bruv. They call her Thanos. But so basically, I haven't seen her online for quite a while actually. And usually I would see something. She would say something that somebody would retweet somewhere, because I don't follow her, but I know that people will retweet her. So I always used to see her tweets about something. So maybe she's gone offline. What a lot of people have seemed to be doing recently is when they've got something in the pipeline, they go offline for a while. And then when it comes up, they pop up and then start promoting it. So she popped up on the timeline. I'm like, okay, what's going on here? So then I noticed that they had like an Adidas advert. Mm-hmm. So she's got like an Adidas range line. I don't know what it is, basically, with Adidas.
It's like she's like an Adidas line designed by her.
Yeah, or something like that.
I think that's what it was. So
Either way,
it
it was a big thing.
Yeah, big news.
And I was slightly, as I said, just because you're a black woman, I was happy that you got that chance.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay.
You got that chance to do that.
Let's before we continue, because I put my hands up and I said I thought the outcome was funny, but I fully co-sign what Big Wahala just said there. When I saw that, I was like, because you sent it to the group. I was like, wow, all right, big moves.
Yeah,
so
success.
I was happy for her.
Yeah.
So
I was proud of her. I was happy, especially as a Nigerian as well. I was proud and happy.
I'm on Niger.
Yeah.
Hey.
That she is doing moves. Like,
I don't even know. But
all the black Nigerian girls that's been doing moves recently, we've been supporting them and they've been doing moves. Yeah.
So I was happy.
So I was happy in that respect.
Yeah.
But as I always say, and people if you listen to the podcast often, I always say that consequences should be a class in school. I always say that because people need to understand that there's consequences to your actions.
Period for consequences and repercussions.
Yes, right.
Wicked.
So when it basically
That'll
got
be a wicked
released,
class, boy.
when it should, and people need it, especially in the social media era, because people don't get punched in the face anymore. Pick up JME. But so basically, a few hours later, I started seeing people saying, "Wow, the man them really did that to Slumflower. Wow, the man them have done this. I'm saying, what's the man them done now? I say, what have we done now again that we've done something to somebody again?" So basically, a few months back, Slumflower must have got excited about something. I forgot what happened. She read an article. That's it, about something that Mena did somewhere. I think it was raping or something.
It was during the World Cup. Is that rape goes up X amount during World Cup
domestic abuse.
Domestic
When
abuse.
England
goes up.
lose.
Yeah, when England lose, domestic abuse goes up, and obviously that got her feeling away. And she tweeted something along the lines of
that all men should be euthanized.
Yeah.
So it's not black men, because black men seem to have taken it more personally than they will others. She just said all men need to be euthanized.
No, I think it was more along the lines of I can't wait to see the day, or I'd wish to see the day, or I'd love to see the day when all men are euthanized.
Yeah, something. It was a blatant Hitler quote, as far as I can say. All right, I linked it to something that Hitler would say. All right. So anyway, so she said it. That had an uproar at the time. People like, how can you say that? Even women that supported her was like, you've gone too far now. Mm-hmm. There's some other women that were quite happy, like, yes, Slumflower, queen of the slums. So they was on her, they were backing her. But a lot of other people was saying, you know what, you've gone too far. Yeah, God, too far. But she took it as, obviously, for me, it was publicity. She was releasing her book at the time, and she was popping online at that time. Then as I said, she come offline. So then this Adidas Rangers come out, and then people now brought back up the tweets like, "Is Adidas supporting a woman that said they're gonna euthanize us? Is that what Adidas are doing? So Adidas are supporting people that saying that men should be euthanized. Is that what they're doing?"
I saw the tweets. The tweets were funny.
One of the popular tweets was what? So Adidas is supporting a terrorist. They said, "Oh, so Nike support Colin Kaepernick." Yeah, man that's supporting this and supporting that, and Adidas is Kanye West and a terrorist. I know which one I'm buying.
So one supports the radicalist, the other supports the terrorist.
So apparently, after all of this backlash,
A video gone after about 2-3 hours.
Yeah, it was gone.
Yeah, gone.
The video was gone.
Gone.
The advert, it wasn't even a video, it was an advert. And it was gone. Now, we're only speculating because nobody knows whether or not they're going to release that line or not now. They probably will. I'm assuming that they can't just decide to just scratch it. Well, they did it with Drake, though.
Big companies, they you look at it and you say...
They're willing to take that loss, yeah.
Because, okay, we put in... It's like the X and Y axis. So we've put in, let's say, it's 300 grand into this, building the clothes.
Campaign.
We paid the person. We've done a promo. Now, what are we willing? What can we lose? What potentially can we lose if we do put it out and we realize, oh, there's X amount of people that have an issue with this. Now, at the moment, it's small, but then once we release it and these people continue to tweet, and then it gets in the Metro, it gets in the Standard, it gets in, and then more people will understand about it. Now, maybe people are they're not talking about, oh, we're gonna burn our Adidas, but now you just got this negative taint against you. And do we need that negative taint? Nah, we'll just take the loss. We'll just take that 300k and just God.
I don't know,
to that.
but. Boy,
nip it in the bud.
But it's, as I said, it goes back to the consequences of your actions. At the time, what you thought you was doing was bigging up your profile, making you big, and probably the reason why she got the Adidas line was because of the things she was saying and the way that she was getting big. But now it's turned on its head. If this is the truth, we don't know. That the reasons why you were getting big is now the reasons why they're taking the things away from you. A thing away from you. But you know what I mean. It might be a domino effect. We don't know. But people need to start paying attention to what they say online in the past. They really do need to start paying attention because the internet does not forget at all. They're not Mr. Wolf.
I forget. If we blow up, it could be individually. Web Slinger could end up in some major films or whatever.
He's in trouble.
He's gonna get in big trouble, and likewise for me as well.
He doesn't even know how to delete his old stuff.
That's what I'm saying. He ain't got a clue.
Hold on.
The good thing about me is that I'm not tweeting, and they will be able to get me on the recordings because I'm sure that I've said a few fucked up things, man.
Hold on.
Like the Girls We Banged podcast, they got done for something they said X amount of years ago.
Yeah.
And somebody somebody with an influence happened to come across it, and bang.
See, this is the thing.
So what did they say?
This is when they were talking about the hood guys and how they wanted to sleep with the black guys and they want a real black. We spoke about it already in the podcast. Yeah. But
I can't remember.
This is the thing. This is the thing. This is the thing that when this thing happened, it was half and half. So some people, a lot of the men were like good.
Yeah.
But a lot of the women was like, why did these men do this to this woman? Why have they done it to her? I wish I could understand why they would say that. But when it was Maya Jama, everybody wanted to kill her. When it was certain other people, everybody wanted to go at them for that. Yes, we understand that she's the queen of the slums. We understand that she's your queen. That's your queen. But she's done it. I think herself has gone out for people and tried to get them mashed up because of stuff that they've said.
But then
online.
if she's done that, then good. Then
it comes around in full circle. You cannot have it one way and then the other way. It don't work like that.
They must have paid her off though.
Yeah, they does.
Because a contract is a contract.
Yeah.
No. On these contracts, they have some sort
stipulations.
of where it's like if
you break it.
If you break it.
You've even told us something or blah blah blah.
If there is something, because all right, imagine this: somebody's giving you a deal and it's 500k for you to design your own line for something that you really care for, Adidas, Nike, whatever it is, something like that. Now in the contract, it reads, oh, you couldn't have done this, you couldn't have done that, blah blah. All standard stuff. You think, yeah, that's cool. And then there's one line, paragraph 2, point B, section C says, if there is something in your social media or your private life that comes up within a year of you signing this contract that could be damaging to the company, bring us into disrepute, we have every right to to withdraw our deal or to only pay you what we paid you up to this point and not give you any further, even though we signed, it's 500 grand, we've given you 15,000 deposit, we're going to pay you in installments, we're going to stop the installments. You're going to sign it and say, okay, then that's a risk I'm willing to take, and hopefully there's nothing I've done or said in the past that's going to come back and hit me.
You better go on your flipping socials, man, and delete everything.
That's the point.
But then people have screenshots things, bro.
Yes,
it's over.
And like Wahala says, the internet don't forget. So I might have written something in my past. I'm small potatoes. I'm nothing. Nobody screenshotted me, so I can go back and delete stuff now. And if we do blow. If we do blow,
when
okay, when we eventually blow
8 years in,
I got grey hair now. When we blow, then
2 kids,
they won't find those things because I deleted it when I was in comments. Nobody.
You can't.
But
be bothered to
Slumflower had X amount of followers. She was popping when she said those things. So no one's gonna forget that. Even me, with Mr. Bad Memory, I didn't forget that. But like I said, I was happy for her to have a deal because that her comment didn't mean anything to me. As far as I'm concerned, she's a little girl. She's tiny, like she's very, very young. I don't mean it in a disrespectful way, but I'm a Nigerian. We have a hierarchy. You're a little girl. What you say it doesn't really mean anything to me. It's like it's whatever.
How old is she?
She's like 22, 21.
You're kidding.
She's young, man. She's a girl.
Baby, man.
Yeah, so you're gonna say nonsense at that age because you have because you have Twitter and you're popping. I'm just gonna happen to see that nonsense sometimes. You know what nonsense didn't we say at 21? We all said nonsense, didn't it?
I said a lot of shit.
We didn't have Twitter at 21.
You know the thing that you said, Stav, is that in school, what is the class that they should have given us?
Consequences and
repercussions.
With Professor Mofo.
Bruv, with Professor Mofo, I tell you that would be a good fucking class because one thing that they don't teach in school is things like that and finance and how to deal with your finance.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you one thing, everybody in their youth has said and they've done something that is foolish.
But you know what happened before? You would get cussed for it because you would have said it and somebody would have seen you in your face.
Yes.
How many stories do we have where you did this when you were in school, you said this, you messed up, and that will follow you around for decades. Now, imagine it would be like, oh, Mr. Wolf, remember that time you got brave to Tyrone and you said such and he punched you in your face? Yeah. And we all
just using me.
All right, and fine. Stavros, remember that time that you got brave and you spoke to Damien and then and then he punched you in your face and we all laughed. You thought we'd have your back and we were laughing on the floor and he walked off. Yeah. Now you can write that same tweet on Twitter, say the same thing to Damien. And what can Damien do when he's on the other side of London and he doesn't even know where you live? Nothing. And that's the end of it.
Jamie said it, man, just the other day. People need to get a punch in the face. Because nobody understands that anymore. Because that's why people can freely just say what they want to say. And that's what Tekashi 69 needs as well, a punch in the face.
A proper punch in the face. Keyboard warriors. But talking of cholas, you're talking about 50 Cent, 6ix9ine, and who was the other one? Stavros.
Yeah, it was never that.
Was that the other one?
Oh, I'm a troll.
Apparently. But what did this 6ix9ine guy say, man?
So 6ix9ine, they must have put up a picture. I'm gonna get cussed because I did say that they want to speak about that of this online, but we're here now. Somebody put up a picture of a black couple getting married. Normal black couple. I don't know what must be like Baller Alert or Shade Room or one of them places. They're probably famous. I just don't know who they are. And Tekashi 6ix9ine must have added, or whoever does his account, because it might not be him, should have married a white woman. I'm saying this is trolling, man, just to get reaction. But his whole thing is just to get a reaction.
And this is why I think you guys were talking about him a few months ago, and I ain't got time for these guys now. It's like
Clearly you do because you that just brought it up.
Wait, did he say it for a reason, or he just said it for the sake of saying it?
He said it for the sake of saying it. Just to get a reaction.
Yeah.
One thing that I did find interesting though about that Tekashi 6ix9ine, I think he's got a song out with Bobby Shmurda.
And that's the kind of thing that I don't give a shit about. Any product that he got coming out, I just can't.
That's probably why he did the thing, innit?
No,
just promotion.
I don't know, but if this song, I haven't heard the song before, but if he's got a song with Bobby Shmurda, because I was saying it the other day that Bobby Shmurda probably is the most pissed person on the planet that 6ix9ine is out right now, because Bobby Shmurda was 6ix9ine before 6ix9ine, and then he went to prison. He was on this gang business. He was the one that was he got all his fame through social media hype and all this type of stuff. He was the biggest thing in New York at the time. Then he went to prison.
How long was he in?
Then 6ix9ine. I don't know. I thought he was in for ages. I didn't know. I don't think he can be out yet.
I don't think he's out yet. So maybe he did it over the phone. You know, some of these rappers do it over the phone. Shout out Hell Row. So if you have a cake and you slice it into attributes that mark the person, this is who you are. One of the major attributes to 6ix9ine is the trolling thing. You maybe coming up to half the cake, it's the trolling thing. So yeah, you have the gang stuff and the coloured hair and coming up on social media. But a big chunk of it, at least a third.
You didn't even mention his apparent talent in his music.
The Mara beat just
some
over and over again.
Some of his songs are not bad anyway. So
I know.
Yeah, they're not bad. So I would say at least a third of who he is and why he is because of the trolling. But that's not the case with Bobby Shmurda. So that's why when you liking them, yeah, I understand they overlap on certain things, but because something so fundamental and big about Tekashi, and because when Bobby Shmurda was out, we weren't podcasting at the time, but I don't think we would have spoken about him until he went to jail.
Nah, we would have spoke about Boy Schmurder because it was massive at the time.
No, we would have. There's one thing we could speak about when he tossed his hat in the air, and that's it.
I don't know why that was so special to the world, but it was.
So that's it.
But
That's
online, he was the biggest thing online.
Yeah, but I didn't know nothing about him.
Maybe you were online.
I knew that one song.
Maybe you were online though in those circles. But Bobby Schmurder was big,
maybe
massive. So anyway, I think I liken them to each other. But yeah, this trolling thing and people need to understand that social media is not always a weapon of good. Sometimes it's a weapon of evil for your career. So doing all of this stuff sometimes gets you somewhere, but then it can just drag you right back again. That's why you see a lot of these people that's becoming celebrities now or getting into certain situations, they're just taking themselves off. They're taking themselves offline. Wish the president would do the same thing, but they're just taking themselves offline because in the end, they know that what they're saying can come back to bite them.
It's a double-edged sword because, like you say, people pop because of it. So the president of the United States, if it wasn't for Twitter, he may not be the president.
I very much that he would be president right now.
So that he's there, but then all the backlash he gets is, well, not all of it, but a lot of it is because of what he does and says on Twitter as well. So it's a double-edged sword, and some people are willing to take that risk because they need that heat. So especially if you're nobody, it's like, well, I'm a nobody now. Like I said, if it was me,
nobody,
I could be talk to try and big up my status.
Somebody
And
trolls you.
And
Big tune.
Well, and yeah. So once I get that stuff, then it comes back to haunt me. But I have to get there first, and I'm willing to take that risk.
It's like Stormzy. Stormzy probably did it the best for a while because Stormzy was heavy online at the beginning. Gang Signs and Praise came out heavy online. Then suddenly he just went dead. You don't see him online at all.
He apologized for the gays thing and said
latest.
No, I think it was after his missus.
Yeah, the Maya Jama thing. He just said latest
he
for
said,
that.
Deuces.
Because he was part of the remember they said that he said stuff as well. So he was just like latest. He just wasn't online anymore. But his presence is so big that he doesn't really need it.
He doesn't need it.
But when his new album comes out, I'm assuming he's gonna be back again.
He does, to keep himself in the spotlight. He actually makes actual moves. So whether it is something positive for the community, where he does the scholarship for black students,
I think he's still on Instagram though,
or whether he gets a plane and takes all his boys out for his birthday or something. That's something that everybody else will do the social media for you. So he makes certain moves that everyone's like, wow, he's doing this, and it gets into the paper. Forget social media; it'll be in the papers. It'll make the news. So, he's reached that level though.
So does this mean essentially we have to be careful from now on what we say and what we do, just in case when we blow? You should
be because you're saying when the podcast blows. I'm not saying that. So, but I have a hope that you become the actor that because you put so much more work into that than this. So I hope that it's fruitful and you actually become the success that you want to be. And
yeah, I don't want something you said something stupid you said on the podcast to stop you from doing that.
What has that actor done that has been that
on
bad
the podcast?
That will come back
on the podcast?
On the podcast, in social media, whatever. If you know,
on social media, you're not that. Well, apparently you're on Instagram a lot because I don't use Instagram, but my missus says she sees you on Instagram chatting nonsense sometimes. She don't use those words, but when she shows me and you're in bed singing a voiceover in song,
but that's not chatting
nonsense. What? Oh, what?
Bruv, she showed me his Instagram the other day. I was like, is this what this guy's doing instead of coming to the podcast?
Oh my god. Oh no. Bring it back.
He's in bed.
Wait, no, that actor does lip sync Sundays.
What is this?
Yeah. Lip sync. You
can't trust your boys, right?
I'm going to advertise for my boy now. He does something called Lip Sync Sunday, yeah.
This is you. Stop making it sound like you're somebody else.
Because that actor's not here. It's Webslinger's talking for that actor.
All right, bro. Keep going.
So he does something called Lip Sync Sunday where he plays a song and he mimes over the song. That's all.
I'm very concerned for both.
Was it Chub Rock, the last one I saw?
The last one would have been Chub Rock.
I'm very concerned for both the actor and Webslinger and whoever else you are that day.
And Dave. Yeah.
So, what was my point? Anyways, on Instagram, I don't know what you're doing because I'm not on Instagram or I don't use it. On Twitter, you hardly ever use it, and if it is, you do actually promote the
positivity.
Your acting and the podcast. So you do a lot of promo on Twitter. That's what you do. On Facebook, I don't know if you're on. In fact, I think you're old now, so you actually use Facebook. Every time you send us a link, it's a Facebook link that doesn't work. So
yeah,
why
does that not work?
I don't know because
he's got 1.9 million followers, by the way.
Who?
Stormzy.
On Instagram.
Yeah, he's going to say me. He's going to say that. I was like, wow, really?
Yeah.
But you are going to get caught.
But on the podcast, over
You're
season
wild,
over
bro.
season 1 and over season 2.
That bad.
Bro, you said in this season. Okay.
That's the point, because now's the easy time. There's things you said just like 3 weeks ago that blatantly you would get locked up. And not if, ands, or buts. Bro,
You will get blackballed, whiteboard, Jewballed,
You mentioned-
Chinese balled, any big board you
We
can
all
get.
get Harvey Weinstein.
You've done everything. You've
No, I'd never
you've-
get Harvey Weinstein.
You've slandered
You
everybody,
get blackballed, bruv.
every creed, religion, and
Is that one
race
way of-
and gender.
Oh, is that a bad thing to say?
What?
That he'll get Harvey Weinstein.
No, that
No.
just means just been blackballed, isn't it? But bruv, I don't think any of us will survive. By the way, Stav might be the only one.
I'm thinking, what have I done?
Is it too
No,
late
but
to apologise?
you won't survive as well. You
Yeah,
won't.
you will survive as well.
No, I won't survive.
No, just by your staunch defense of everything female.
What will I survive? What, for hitting women?
No. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, but yeah, that's that too.
Killing women?
No,
Kicking
not
him down the stairs,
No,
bro.
not that one.
Kicking him down the
Your
stairs.
your disbelief of or rubbishing of the transgender community.
Nah.
All right, you say that. Nah. You've been rubbishing their power now. They have powers.
Really? They'll get you. They'll overlook me. They'll get you.
Yeah, but I
No
don't-
one's overlooking you ever.
No, the thing is,
Trust me on that one.
the thing is with the trans business, I don't tell them. I'm not there telling them to do anything or whatever. It's like, live your life, bro or sis.
See,
I'm
look, you're taking a piss now.
No.
bro.
I'm
one
not-
whoever you are on that day?
No. I work with trans people. No issue with them. No problem with them. No nothing. But I have no problem with.
I got a
and
question.
It may sound like I'm being disingenuous. I'm not. I don't have a problem with them. The only thing is, if you say I'm a man and I was born a man, but I'm a woman, I'll just say I don't believe you.
You have no
So
issue with them apart from the one thing that they find the most dear to them.
Yeah, all right. They might have the issue, but it's not. It's different when I feel that. Like what's the when you don't like the homophobic people? It's like they don't like gay people. They don't want to be around gay people. They don't want to touch them. They don't want them around their children. Stuff like that. I don't have none of these issues. It's not I don't want to work with you. I don't want to talk to you. I disagree with something that you think. So if this is the point, I can disagree respectfully.
But that is enough for people to shut you down.
Just for disagreeing with something.
You act like you don't know we're in 2018.
Yeah,
We're in the age of sensitivity.
Yes.
Well, I always bring it back to, because as far as I'm concerned,
Take
it
that.
would being transracial makes more sense to me than being transsexual, because you could actually change your color just going to the sun. If you're white, you could actually your color can change.
And these people are changing their sex. What's wrong with
You can inject yourself and change your color.
You see, you're just making it even worse now. Just making it worse for yourself.
Is that your spade? You digging your grave? What are you digging your grave for?
But anyway, so go back to the original thing. 2018.
I wonder what's holiday? Would you be willing to
Mate.
talk about what you're getting?
I'll
getting
get
nothing,
some
bro.
for something. I just don't know what
bro.
it'll be.
No.
All right, we'll see.
You're
You don't think it's gonna get done for nothing?
not for a thing, bro.
What? Okay.
Wow.
Name it.
You think he's squeaky clean?
Squeaky clean.
I'm not squeaky clean.
Bruv, you haven't said or done anything.
Bruv,
fully,
oh,
and that's why
abortion.
the women love you.
Abortion.
What's that?
They'll get me for that.
No,
about-
but
No.
there's half the population
Right,
doesn't
that's-
agree with
that's
it.
what I'm
But
saying,
half
that's half
half
and
rule though. So it's
Bro, man. You're
Listen,
squeaky clean,
they will.
man.
If they can find anything, the smallest thing, and blow it up out of proportion, they'll do it.
They might even call me a racist as well.
Yes,
We're all
they
racist, bro.
could do you for racism.
They'll get all of us
but
for being racist.
the abortion thing, they will not. You can't get done for.
Maybe not. I don't
Just
know.
for saying that you disagree with
A
with
lot of the
abortion.
Democrats and them
Depends on the
people
way
there,
you said it.
no, it's the Republicans.
Republicans.
I wanted to
don't
actually
know
ask you a
about
question, Stab, on your transgender issue.
that. Dun, dun.
When you're at work,
Mm,
and if Bob came in one day as Bob and then came in the other day as Barbara,
it's happened.
and you mistakenly called Barbara Bob,
Mm.
would you get in trouble for that? Would they get you?
If
It depends on the individual.
This happened to one of my colleagues, and they went to HR
For a
what happened?
mistake or intentionally calling them that?
It
because-
was a mistake that happened twice or three times. I think these people had been working together for decades, so like 20 years or something like that.
So you're comfortable with that
Like
person?
20 years. Yeah, they were cool. It's like, we used to be cool. He was telling me the story because I didn't know about it. He was telling me the story. He said, we were cool. We'd go hang out after the work and we go to the pub and this and that. And I made a mistake twice. And he said, I did it the first time and I was like, I'm sorry. And they pulled me up on it. And then he said, I made a mistake again. And they went to HR. Or he stopped talking. One of those things is like you cut me off. Or she cut me off, and he was like, even then, he was,
You're
even then I was talking, he corrected himself as he was saying it.
How?
It bothered him. He's like,
It's an
because
easy mistake.
he said the same thing as me. He's like, I had no issue with the thing. It's like, it's a bit strange, isn't it? I've known somebody for, half my life, and then they've changed, and then because I've made some mistakes, they don't want to talk to me anymore.
This is the thing
and
with that situation.
The person was actually hurt.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would be hurt if I was that person. One, because as far as I'm concerned, you've been living a lie towards me all this time. You've made me have a false identification of who you actually you think you are. Yeah. All these years.
What kind of bitch ass reason is that?
No, it's true, but you have all these years. You've told me that you're this person. Yeah. All these
He's
years.
sensitive about that.
No,
You're living a lie.
No, all these years you've told me that you're this person, and then suddenly you've come in and told me that you're somebody else, and then now because of the lie you've told me for all these years, you're trying to tell me off because I've still trying to deal with the lie that you told me.
So it's a lie. It's a lie because they're changing sex.
No, they said that they. Well, I don't know this particular person, but trans people say that my true self is the person I am now. Yeah, and I've always been that person, and I've been maybe scared to change into who they are. All right, all well and good, fair enough. But you've given me this. So in other words, you've been living a lie. That's what they even say. I've lived a lie, basically. Yeah. So you've lived that lie, and you've put me involved in your lie. So I've also been living that lie.
Maybe
so
hold on, too scared to mention it to you.
No, that's not a problem. That's not an issue. But you've been living that lie, and it's taking you this amount of years to be able to come out of that lie and say, you know what, this is my truth. It's taking you X amount of years. Right?
Well, you could say the same thing about rapists.
Hold on, let me finish talking, please. Yeah, you're taking X amount of years to say that I've finished this lie. I've come out of this lie. Yeah, but you expect me to be able to identify with your truth that you took ages to get there in the space of a couple of days or hours. It's mad.
And my
It's
comeback,
possible,
my
though.
comeback for that is that it's not necessarily everybody knows. Sometimes people say they have this niggling feeling or they have this negative feeling, and then
Something inspires them, or there's some kind of a pop.
they saw somebody else and they were like, oh, that's what it is. They've gone through something, and I understand that that's what I am. And then it takes them
And
a
you could
couple
say
of
the
months,
same
and then
thing with the Me Too movement. That some women have looked at that and felt it happened all that time. I haven't said nothing. I'm inspired by it, and boom, I'm moving on. And I'm
Okay, fine. But it still took you months. It still took you this. It still took you that. You're telling me to do it like this. Like I should just be able to know. I've called you as much as you need. As much as you're saying that I need to have compassion for you, I think you need to have compassion for the person that's been working with you for over 20 years. That's known you as Bob. You then come in as Shirley. I'm gonna call you Bob a couple of times because that's what I know you as. You still your face might be or your body might have changed, but your face still looks like Bob most times. You might just put some makeup on. Remember, these people lived maybe in the 80s or the 70s when people used to wear makeup standard anyway.
And a lot of them are old,
rock
you know.
people. So, as far as I'm concerned, that person, you have to have compassion just as much for the other person that you've been dealing with all that time to allow them to adjust and, to the point where they can understand what they're dealing with. For you to just try and get them fired for something that they didn't. If they were doing it on purpose, I get that. But if you can actually genuinely see that this person is finding it difficult to be able to, switch from calling you a bomb to Sarah or whatever, you need to be working with that person. If you actually care about that person, you need to work with them to say, look, we need to get there.
Well, I understand where you're coming from, but also you have to look at that individual. They've been living with this situation for X amount of years, internally fighting with themselves. For them to think, all right, I've got to be compassionate towards my boy Wahala because once I do the change, he's going to be upset about it. They're not thinking about that.
But then they're stupid then.
Why are your emotions, why do they have to think about your emotions more over their own?
No, because they're telling me that I must do the same thing for them.
No, they're telling you must just understand their situation.
No, they're telling me that I need to now change the way that I think and have thought about that person for X amount of years because they've made this change.
No, refer to me as Barbara instead of Bob.
But it's not an easy thing to just do that. Remember, your brain isn't like that. It's like me saying, okay, 2 + 2 = 4. You've known that all your life, yeah? If I now tell you tomorrow 2 + 2 = 5 and that is what it is, you're still going to, if somebody asks you immediately what's 2 + 2, you're going to say 4 because that's what you've known all your life.
How many planets in the solar system?
12. I don't know. Why are you asking me such a complicated question?
Damn, 47. Well, they said it was 9 before, innit? But now Pluto is not a planet anymore. It's a
Star.
A star.
Or Saturn. So now it's different. Now that what the children are learning in school is that there's 8 other planets there's 8 planets in total in the solar system. So if you knew, hopefully I'm right with the 9, by the way, because maybe I'm wrong. But if you knew as 9 all your life, and then all of a sudden in big in your 30s, they say, "Oh, you know what?
When Mr. Wolf
It's
went-
actually 8."
When Web Slicker went to jail, you know, when he went to school.
Wow, he's putting that on you, bruv.
When he went to school, it was 12.
If you go to jail before the end of this year, it's
I'm very surprised that Web Slicker hasn't been to
It's-
jail.
it's
I'm not even gonna
Mahala's
lie
fault.
to you.
It's
I'm
Mahala's
very
What the
surprised.
hell?
I'm very surprised that you haven't picked up the soap somewhere. I'm very surprised about this.
I co-sign it. Mahalo.
I'm just saying, did it?
Mr. Wolf.
You deserve to be in jail for
What
something.
about me?
These two think they're surprised that I haven't been to jail. Do you feel the same way?
Kinda.
You see what I'm saying?
Fuck the three of you.
Nah, kinda. You're wild, bruv. I'll keep on saying season 1. But you've matured, man.
But nothing to warrant me being incarcerated.
Why do you not have to talk with your mouth full, man? Seriously,
I ain't got no food in
You
my
heard
mouth.
what I said.
Yeah, nah. You're a bit of a madman
This
still.
man really went to
It's
go
all
look to
good.
see how many things there are in the solar system.
How many?
I'm the
Actually?
researcher, innit?
Yeah, go
Just
on.
carry on talking. I'm nearly there.
8.
Eight. There's 8.
Yes, I was right. I was
It used to
right.
be 9. But
Happy, innit?
so yeah, so no,
Yeah,
sorry.
mate.
In certain situations, you do need to take into consideration that what your actions again, because it's his actions that's now had to alter the way that somebody else has to deal with their day to day. And yeah, you do have to take that person's feelings into consideration. Yes, I know you're going through a lot of shit, but now you've made me have to go through some shit to the point now where I might even be fired.
You made me go through some shit.
No, but it's
Now I'm
true.
going to change my sex, damn it.
No, but it's true. I might end up being fired because of the situation that you've now put me in.
This sex change.
I think that situation in itself went too far. The fact that you've gone to HR to complain that your friends...
maybe that was wrong. Maybe they just cut him off. I actually think it was more of a... No, he did say something
Man's
actually.
always telling me that I had things to the story. Because if you didn't do that, if you cut me off, that's fine.
I don't think even that's fine, man.
No,
Come on,
you obviously you feel like I've offended you because you blah blah blah, and you wanted to cut me off because you think I'm going to continually make this mistake. As long as you tell me why, and we've come to the conclusion, fair enough, fine.
Would you be upset, Stavros, if Mr. Wolf turns around and said, look, from now on, you have to call me Yinka?
Mrs. Wolf.
Mrs. Wolf.
You do realise that's a unisex name, so that's
Well,
fine.
Yinka. That's fine, but you're still...
Even if
Presenting yourself with breasts.
even if he wasn't
You
a woman and he turned around tomorrow and told me that his name was Yinka, I would be saying, "What are you talking about? That is not your name."
That happened with Stavros. Stavros had a nickname before, which was,
Toothpick.
and it
Thomas.
took a while.
Some people still call him.
There
Toothpick.
are people...
I was speaking
That-
to someone just this week that mentioned you as toothpick.
Toothpaste, you know?
refuse to not call me Toothpick. There's a girl that I walk down the aisle, and so this is on her wedding day, and
Her wedding day.
on her wedding day,
Not his.
her dad couldn't be there, so I walked her down the aisle. So on her wedding day, I was doing the father of the bride speech, and this is Toothpick, my best friend.
Oh
This
my
is Toothpick.
God.
Her husband knows me as Toothpick. He didn't know my name.
I cannot believe that anyone
Toothpick,
would allow
toothpick.
you as a human being to walk them down the aisle.
That's mad still.
I'm a legend.
But then you lot still have a problem with Web Slinger and the actor.
I don't know who's who though, bro.
Yeah, but I am. That's my nickname. It's just an old nickname. I moved. I progressed, and I had a new nickname. And they just stuck with the old one, which is fine. That's. It's like the errors. That's when you knew me. You knew me.
Yeah, you can't.
That's the stage
You're
you
not gonna
knew
go
me.
and tell a man you can't call me that.
Because at the time when I met you, it's like, what's your name? Because I would, for some reason, I have an issue with giving people my real name. I'm very proud of it. I love it,
strange.
but I don't. If
Your government.
it's like I want you to. It sounds
like you have to earn your name.
It sounds.
I want you to love me.
It sounds very
before I
egotistical.
give you all of me.
It sounds very egotistical, but it's not that flex. It just means I think it's so important just to give it out there to anybody. It's like I think you need to earn the right before I can tell you my name.
I wish I was a bit like you because the way that people butcher my name is ridiculous. Did I ever tell you about the time that I went out somewhere with I went to go somewhere for a meeting or whatever, and we went to go to reception, and the persons were saying their names and whatever, and it was like, oh, so what's your names? And somebody was like, oh, my name is John. Okay, John, and he wrote down the word John, and then somebody said, oh, my name's Tim. Okay, he wrote down the name Tim, and then I said my name, and he just put a circle. No. Oh God!
Why?
He just put a circle because he didn't want to ask me my name again because he couldn't pronounce it. He just put a circle. I was busting up. When he left, I
You
was
should have gone
busting
to
up.
HR.
You didn't even say, can you spell that for me, sir?
He just put a circle.
How can you circle me, sir?
And I know exactly what he's gonna do. He's gonna tell them that Tim and John are here with somebody. I can't say his name.
With O.
the
They're
big,
with O.
the big black fella.
Yeah, it was deep, man. But yeah, so I can get why you might not want to tell people your name because yeah, some people do need to earn your name. But your reason is completely different from mine. I'm assuming.
It's like at this event today, they were introducing me by my name. It's like,
Well, your government.
Yeah, none of you have earned the right to use my name. But I was there for the missus. I kept it stum.
Yeah, because they don't even usually call your name.
That's my point. That's why I was kind of baffled. As
But
to
they,
why is it,
because you do not look like Stavros. If somebody calls you, like, there's people that have said this is Stavros and just accepted it. I'm thinking, how can you just accept that this guy's name is Stavros?
It's true.
Like, without
Very, very
asking me,
Bruv,
why is his name Stavros?
Have you heard some of the names these days?
Nah, Stavros.
Yeah, but you don't look.
But
good,
your
bruv.
parent don't accept that. Your mum doesn't like the fact that people call you Stavros at all.
Can I say I listened to what's his name, Tariq Nasheed. I listened to a couple of his podcasts, and he's very, very funny, very, very funny. And what he said, what I was listening today, he was talking about somebody that did something and he couldn't pronounce the name, and he said, "Can one of you people in the because he does it live and he's got what do you call it? The people discussing, a feed that people. He said, "Can one of you help me with the name because I can't say it?" He's got one of these single mother given names.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Single mother given names, you know.
And that's why women hate him.
Like
Women
like-
hate that guy, you know.
Like Rashani.
Women hate that guy.
Rashani.
Women hate that guy, man. They hate him.
I knew exactly what I was talking about.
This is Tashawn.
You know what I was talking about.
You're mad, bruv.
I was wicked.
Oh my days.
I shout out all the single mothers.
I'm gonna get got.
He said it was an off-brand comment. It's like you didn't say it for joke.
My days.
It's part of the culture. It's part of what you know. That's it.
Wow.
It's a
He
madness.
shaded the single mothers.
You know what? Let's jump on to something else because you did touch on a topic that I think is gonna be quite interesting. So they're saying now that they're gonna try and do this pay gap thing that they did with the men and the women for the race thing.
Is it?
It's gonna cause drama.
Yeah. Did you just read? Yeah, them just read it out.
The ethnic
I
pay gap.
listen to it before you.
I'm sure it's you that actually is the one that put it in the group in the first place.
Yeah, you did.
I think it was somebody else's topic.
No, it was me. I think
Okay.
I put it in there.
Yeah, so basically, you know, they did this pay gap thing to see the differentiation between men and women's pay, and which was massive in certain respects, and other respects it wasn't. So now they're looking to do this for regarding race and ethnicity.
The
Okay.
ethnic pay
to
gap.
see whether or not there's a pay dispute, this differentiation between obviously the blacks, the Asians, the whites, the Orientals, or the East Asians, or what we call them these days. And yeah, very interesting. Do you feel like you will get paid less than your colleagues that you work with because of your race? Do you think that there's people in your workplace that
No,
get paid more than you for your level?
It can't happen in. Sorry, go on, bro.
In my company, everybody gets paid the same depending on your role. But
Are you sure?
yes, yes, I don't want to argue about it. But what you find is that let's call it like a layer cake, and let's say it's got 7 layers to our business, and you start off down here and you can move up. What you notice is that the higher you go, the wider it gets. That's does it blatantly. So yeah, everybody's getting paid the same, but there's the
man that goes to the pub.
The disparity is different because at
Get
the
that bit
bottom,
more
at the
money.
bottom is bare ethnics, all types of ethnics, and then as you get up, the ethnics just start fading away. And when I say there's bare ethnics, I mean
Thanos.
there's,
So you lot of the field niggas.
there are as many ethnics as there are on your ball on the bottom.
Oh wow, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
If not more.
That makes sense.
If not more, so it's like if you're talking about if they actually did a survey not based on money but based on do you hire
Ethnic
equally,
minorities.
our company banging. My company, yeah, is flying high. But if you did it based on who gets paid what, it solely based on your position, the higher up you go, the less ethnics there are, and then you're going to see the disparity there. And it's going to be like, why have you got so many ethnics down the bottom, more down the top? And then you look at, okay, did they apply? And they did.
That would be the interesting
It's
thing.
not even one of those things where they don't apply. They did.
I always say the thing about pop culture. Pop culture is a massive thing in the office industry.
So just to pause as well, and the reason when I say, because I say often I work with trans people, I work with East Asians, Southeast Asians, everybody. When it comes to my company in inclusiveness, all across the field,
It's very multicultural.
whether it's race, gender, sexual orientation, and political affiliation, and everything they're good with in that terms when it comes to hiring. They don't give a
They're
goddamn.
inclusive.
Yeah, they don't give a goddamn.
Is that what you cut me off to say the same thing you just said?
No, but I said race before. Now I'm talking about
Forget about
the reason because I work with a few transgender
Okay, that's
people.
fine. I was talking bad. So the pop culture thing.
How can you
Like if you go to office culture, pub culture is a massive thing. If you don't go with them to the pub, you may miss out on opportunities just by not doing that. It's mad.
Yeah.
It is absolutely mad.
But
So
it's
there's people that are
not
so
mad.
underqualified for roles that the reason why they are in those roles is because they go down to the pub with the person, have a drink with them, have a discussion, and then they begin to see you as a human being rather than just a number. And then when something pops up in their head, it's like your name pops up and they be like, oh, what about John? John's a good guy. He can do the job. Not necessarily that he's got qualified for the job or whatever. He's just a good guy. He can do the job. And then they get the role just doing that. I've seen it happen so many times. Shame that I'm not a pop culture type of guy.
No, but then shouldn't you be playing the game then?
You can, but then after a while, it's just like if you don't want to do it, you don't want to do it. I've managed to get away with not having to do that. That's me. But there's so many people have managed to get to a point where they've. Mr. Wolf is sleeping on the podcast.
I was gonna record it, man. Why did you
Mr.
say
Wolf is sleeping on the podcast. Wow. Happy 8 years, bitches. But,
That's how boring your pop culture conversation
yeah,
is.
man.
That was his nap time.
That time.
You're a joker. You know what? The last few days, man, I won't lie, man. I've had like 3 hours sleep, man. Having to get up at 5 in the morning to get to work.
I did that the other day. I had to go to the drive safety course.
Oh yeah, because you fucked up
I drove at 26 miles per hour.
in a 20 mile an hour.
Yeah, 20 hours zone. We weren't that bad the course, you know. Quite a good course.
I was just telling my missus, somebody the other day got flashed in front of me doing about 26 in a 20 mile an hour. I was like, wow. I was right behind them and I slowed right because I was vexed that they were going so slow. Why are you going so slow?
Yeah, that was
and
one
they were doing 6 mile an hour.
That's what they were talking about as well. Things like that. The peer pressure of the people behind you because no one wants to drive at 20.
I was right.
I find it so hard to drive at 20. It's crazy.
It's difficult, man.
You know what? I don't find it hard to not drive at 20.
to not drive at 20.
I don't find it hard to drive at 20
Okay.
because I just don't do it. never in life.
I don't do it either.
They were talking about put your car in second gear. I'm like, why?
You know how much petrol I'm wasting in second gear?
You know what? It's when you're in a rush and then you've got the guy in front of you who is driving at 19 mile an hour, bruv.
I'm doing that
Slow.
from now on, bruv.
And then
Both hands on the steering.
I
That's what I'm saying.
can't afford to lose my license,
Not
man.
even sitting back, sitting forward.
9 and 3 o'clock.
If you know what, if it was about paying fines, I would do that all day. But I cannot afford to lose my license. So now
10 points, yeah.
I'm just
how many points you got, bro?
I'm clean at the moment.
Oh, you're right then.
At the moment, though, I've just got clean, but I sound like an addict.
Oh, what? You had points before?
I've had points on my license for the past maybe 10 years.
Wow. And
Maybe
it's
longer
come
than
off. It's like your credit score and stuff. Like
Yeah,
certain
man.
CCJs have just come off.
Bruv, my insurance was just mad. Every year, my insurance was just mad. So now I'm just trying my best to drive safely and drive properly.
He probably sounds like somebody that's just come off drugs.
No.
Now, I'm trying my best. I'm taking one day at a time.
I just can't do it, man. I just can't
I'm
get
100
more
days
points.
clean.
The insurance is too much money, man. I'm just long, bruv. I can't do it. It's just long. I'm not doing it. So I'm going to try my best to drive at 20 and 30 when I see the cameras at least.
Are you selling out if you go to the pub
How about
knowing that you're trying to get a job?
No, you're being smart.
driving with your phone?
Yeah, I'm trying to stop that as well.
Trying to, innit?
Good luck.
People still do it, man. It's mad.
And you don't.
I do, bro.
I was about to say, man said people like he wasn't included
I
himself.
just don't. I just find it like I need to put it in the boot or something.
I'm not as bad anymore. I put mine on the dash, so I don't hold it. I don't know if that makes it better or worse, but it's there on the holder. And I don't really respond to messages anymore when I'm driving, really too much, unless it's important. But other than that,
Yeah, I'm trying my best. My watch is not helping either, though. Cause
Oh, yeah, 'cause
it's
you
like
got the
it's
watch,
like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
alerting me twice that something's there.
Yeah, man. Anyway, I'm getting my car back soon.
Car Chronicles.
bro, you've been saying that for a long time.
His car's
Mr. Wolf drives
his
different
car's got
car
arthritis, man.
every week.
Yeah, I've driven a number of cars, all cars that you can think of, other than maybe the top range Porsche. I haven't driven a Porsche, but everything Mercedes,
Everything
Audi.
but your car. That's what you've been driving. Basically.
Yes. Yeah, my car had an issue. This is my car chronicles that I said I was going to be doing. But my car's been in the garage for over a year, bruv. It's a Lexus, and for some reason I took it to a mechanic who's done work on my car before, and he is a mobile mechanic. And this mobile mechanic managed to
Red Cup gift.
Immobilize your car.
he done some bits, and then all of a sudden he splurted. So he just left for Algeria, bro. And I was like, you know what I mean?
I'm going. He went them come put you on there, bro.
Bruv.
I'm just going to get something for the car. I'll be back.
To this
Yeah.
day, I don't know what happened.
He splurted, bruv, and he fucked up the engine good and proper. Basically, I had a flipping injector that was stuck in that needed to come out, and he broke it. So imagine having I don't know how to describe it. Imagine having a pen inside a wooden box and then trying to get the pen out. You break the pen, and that's what happened. That's what an injector is inside the engine. So
Did he do the classic?
He didn't do anything. He just ran off.
Oh, wow.
he left the country and gave it to somebody else who was just as rogue as him. And he tried his best, but he fucked up, and then I've taken it to somebody else. So no real mechanic will touch a car that has been opened up already.
So your car's not a hypochondriac. Your car's just a hoe that no one wants to trouble.
Well, this guy's troubled it, and he's done a good job, so that's nearly ready.
Okay.
Yeah, man, can't wait. No, just look.
How many different people have you paid for this car?
Just one, just the mechanic that is working on it now, because I wasn't going to pay anybody for the work that wasn't completed.
But other people have been under the bonnet.
Yes,
Your car's a hoe.
my car's a hell, man. My car's needed. I love the car, but as soon as I get it back, I'll get rid of it.
So what do you think is going to happen now when they have this report? Do you think that you're going to see a large number of
Oh yes, to get back to the topic at hand.
Yes.
of ethnics that's paid below? And if you do, who do you think is going to be at the lowest?
I don't think so, no. I think because what you have is there's two different types of jobs. There's jobs where you kind of get paid the same because they're menial jobs, more or less. And yeah, so everybody gets paid to that. And I don't know, maybe it sounds bad, maybe it's a stereotype. Then you got kind of jobs where you have to, it's like go-getter jobs, and you have to struggle and strive to to earn your pay. Because what they find out with the men and the women disparity is that, yeah, the men get paid more, but kind of is like because they ask. That's what it came down to. They ask more, they hustle more, they try more. So they're willing to do things more, and that's why they get paid more. So yes, that's what they said.
I know they said that the men ask for pay rises. I don't know about trying more. I don't know about hustling more.
Well, if you're asking and trying, if you're asking, that is part of hustling and trying.
Yeah, but when the way you're making it, or the way it sounded to me, I should say, is like you're saying that they're working harder, which I don't necessarily.
Those are not words that I said.
You said you said
You made it sound like.
You actually just said they hustle more, they're working more. You actually said those words.
Yeah, he did, but I think that is in relation to negotiating a deal for their contract or their wages.
Okay, so that's what. Yeah, well,
but I'm just saying, just so people don't catch you out.
To clarify, I meant that they're working harder at getting the raise, not at the job. So they're doing things specifically for that end. They're so focused on earning extra money. Not that women aren't. It's just the way the men go about it is whatever. So the type of jobs where that happens, where you can go there to your boss and say, listen, this is what I've been doing X, Y, and Z. I think I deserve a raise and blah, 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 blah. I think when black people get into those type of jobs, they do those kind of things. I don't think they're hesitant, men and women. Especially women, actually. They're not hesitant. They're not hesitant to go up to the manager and say, look what I've done. A lot of people that are in those type of jobs, they feel that they work harder anyways. So they probably, and they work harder.
They're going to get what they deserve, though, or receive. And it doesn't mean that when you do it the same time that Timothy does it, Timothy doesn't get an extra 10K than you do. So they'll give you 5 and give him 10.
Okay, but all right. True. That could be the case. So but I'll be interested. But I do feel that black people that get into the type of jobs where you can demand an increase or you request it, and depending on what you do, you get it. I believe that they are just as equal to anybody else.
But you have to think of it like this. This is another thing you need to think about. Your starting salary. So I can get an increase of 10% and he can get an increase of 10%. But if he started at different levels or different pay, your pay is always going to be more than mine, which is another thing that happens quite often. Because as black people, we feel like we have to beg our way to get into jobs.
Okay,
we take a lower salary than most people because we don't necessarily get paid our worth at the beginning. And then eventually when we proved ourselves, they'll give us a pay rise. But if they're giving the same pay rise to somebody else, then that person will still be more paid than you are. So it could be an interesting discussion. Or it could be an interesting,
that's a good angle to look at it.
It could be an interesting thing that pops out when you see these statistics, if you see these statistics about what's going to happen. Question though. I think I was touching this in the Me Too stuff, but I can't remember. if your boss, if you were single, we were all single, blah blah blah, and your boss offered you
My wife.
an extra 20k on your job, but she wanted to, she wanted something in return,
Something like what?
so a bit of you in it,
No, like
Sexual
Marcus.
pleasures.
Like Marcus in Boomerang.
them type of things there.
Would I do it?
Do you think one, would you do it, and do you think that a lot of men would do it?
Marcus.
Men would do it.
Would you do it?
And men have done it.
Good looking woman, not even a bad looking person.
What? For an extra 20,
Average.
30 grand, I could beat my boss.
For your pay rise, they're saying, look,
And
I'm
that's my
prepared to
boss.
give you a pay rise, but I want something in return for this pay rise. You're gonna get it
It's 20k.
That's
on top of
dangerous,
on top of your salary.
Can't I have some more?
No, 20 is fine.
Did you say, can I ask for
though. He's
more?
negotiating, isn't it?
That's true.
You know what I mean?
What's 20k, man?
On top of your salary, that's a lot of money.
What more are you willing to give, your boss might say?
I want more.
Well, they're saying 20k. Do you think that a lot of men would do it?
Yes, that's my first yes. In terms of would I do it? Yeah, I'm like, Stav, 20 is not enough.
So you wouldn't do it?
Not for that.
I didn't say it's not enough. I said I want more.
So it is enough. You just want more.
I'm not actually saying I would do it as well. See, this is the thing, because 20k now is not like it's similar to what we were talking about last week. What kind of money are you willing to do what you want? So I guess I am saying I'm not saying it's not enough. I'm saying I want more, but I'm not saying it is enough either. Because 20k is not really moving the needle for me. Really, it's not doing nothing for my life. Extra on top of what I'm getting.
I'll take an extra 20k all day long.
No, yeah, but what's it doing?
Okay, so do you own a house?
What is it there?
Are you looking to buy a bigger house?
Yes.
Do you think that extra 20k won't help with their mortgage when they want it, or what you can able to get from a mortgage?
Each 1,000 is like an extra £50, by the way. Let's bear that in mind. On your monthly pay packet.
More than that.
No, it's about £50.
So what, a month?
Yeah.
So £100 a month.
1,000.
So it's 20. So it's less than £100 a month. Nah, man.
20
Yeah, each 1,000.
is like 50 quid.
So there's 20. All right, let me do the maths.
It's like 500 quid, isn't it? 500 quid? 600 quid?
I
Yeah.
need to do the math. No, a month.
Oh, mum.
Anyway, I'm talking about the mortgage thing. So if you give you 4.5 your salary, you give it extra 20k. That's more than the 4.5. That would allow you to get much more bigger house.
No, it wouldn't.
What?
Not from what I get paid. It's not making. It's not making that much. I'm not saying it doesn't make a difference. Yeah, don't get me wrong, but it's not.
But if 4.5 alone is 80 something k on top of the thing that you do.
4.5 one. What are you on about?
When you go for your mortgage,
Yeah.
they take your salary into consideration.
Okay. Yeah.
And then they to give you 4.5 your salary.
Okay.
So then isn't that gonna help you then?
Of course it would.
It's not making. It's not making a big difference.
And it's an extra £400.
I'll tell you why it's
by
not
the
making a big difference. Huh?
20k is an extra £400.
A month.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
It's not
enough.
It's not.
It makes a difference to me.
It's not. Yeah, I'm not.
It would make a difference to me.
£400 a month makes a
But
difference.
would you beat
But
for it, though?
It makes a difference.
But would you beat for it? You might struggle. I don't know.
Because the
I don't think I would do it, but
there's a moral aspect of somebody telling me I want to have sex with you for something.
I don't know if mine is the moral thing. It's just the control.
Well, okay, for me, it's
Yeah, but it
it's the
depends how
moral
you
thing.
beat them. If you beat them, well.
No,
get
but
me?
then I don't like the fact that that's how I've had to accumulate. I don't even like the fact I'm working for somebody already, let alone I'm now becoming their sex slave.
That's just the way. Are you their sex slave?
Yes,
It's one sex session.
that they've kind of paid me for, and I've now become their sex slave.
Is it one sex session?
Yeah, one session, just one good beat. In fact, if you like Mr. Wolfie, but that it would be that log.
What do you mean? Since when did I say that I don't go for long periods?
You just said it last week.
You know about, bro.
Oh, forget it. Don't worry.
No, I said that not every session is gonna be a Superman session. That I can't. There's no part of me that will be 1 hour for every single session. That's all I
Okay,
said.
apologies. You've
Flipping
got time on your hands.
Throw shade on
But
my performances.
I'm
you know.
pretty sure that I saw it. Though.
No, mate.
But check your prostate, bro.
I have twice.
What has that got to do with your sexual performance?
It's a cause of erectile dysfunction.
Episode
Yeah.
94. The worst episode of Eloquently.
Okay, so would you do it?
Um,
Would you do it for a part? We already asked this question before in the past. I'm sure we said it.
Again, I pretty much work for myself, so would I pleasure myself for more money?
No, would you do it for a part?
No, I wouldn't do it for a part.
Liar.
You're lying.
I wouldn't. Why would I do it for a part?
What,
to be
a starring
famous.
role? A starring role with Denzel Washington. One of the fine-looking directors says, "Look, why not?" and you say no. Yeah, whatever, mate. Cool.
I'd say no.
Of course you would.
He would do it, and then he'll do it for a second part.
He'll
as well.
do it,
You know,
and then he'll do it, and then he won't tell us until afterwards.
He would do it, and then he'll go back and ask them for. Is there another part coming up? Showing nipple.
Let me ask you a question.
Wow.
Let's pretend that he was young enough to play Denzel Washington's son, and it was what's that film that you said?
Klansman.
No. The one where his brother's the madman and his son is the one that does that speech with about baseball.
Oh, okay, Fences.
So they tell him Fences. We want you to be the son in Fences. You have to, but we're looking for a part. I really fancy you. I want to bang you, and I'll fast stream you into the program. Denzel Washington's your dad. Who's the mother?
Viola Davis.
Yeah.
Isn't that like a Harvey Weinstein movie?
It's Harvey.
What we're
Harvey
actually
Weinstein.
talking about?
Power people that you're
So
working
I've got to
with.
do a casting.
Power
couch
people
to
you're working with, bro.
I've got to do a casting couch to get the job.
Yes, and you said no.
And you get well paid,
Bruv.
bruv.
I would slap you.
If you said no, I'd have the highest respect for you.
If you came back,
But don't
and
ask me for
told
money.
if you came
Guys,
back,
man, I turned down this job. Can you give me a loan?
if you came back and said, I could have been in this film. We are talking about it. What do you mean? What do you mean Fences?
Yeah,
Bruv, what happened?
they offered me the lead role in such and
Yeah,
such.
they offered. I could have been the son, but she said she wasn't willing to have sex with me, and I said no.
So a question.
You know what I'll do? I'd pick up my bag, like Viola Davis, and walk out.
But okay, so if your friend, the one that you walked down the aisle,
Yeah.
your best friend, said the same thing to you, said that she was a budding actress.
Ooh,
And-
not her. She can't do it.
Yeah, but she was a budding actress, and she says
But
to
I
you,
respect her.
"Oh wow."
Hold on.
So you don't respect Webster guy too that way.
Not like that.
What she said to him? What?
She said
Well,
the
the
same
same
thing.
thing.
That
Same thing, innit?
I could have been Viola Davis in it, rolling in Fences, but I had to sleep with my director, who I think was quite good looking as well.
And I said no.
And I said no. Would you be slapping her or whatever you said you were
You'll
going
be
to
No,
disappointed in her.
I'd be proud of
at the
her.
very least. You'll be
You'd be
proud of her.
But for your man, you'll be disappointed.
Yeah,
And this is where society's messed up.
it's not messed up.
It
Men and
is.
women are different.
Do you know what the
It
funny
is.
thing is? Because
Men
I
and
asked,
women are different.
It's
We're not
messed
the
up.
same.
It's messed
I
up.
asked a question, and I think you lot posed that question last week. But how much is your self-worth worth? And I'm sorry, I'm not having sex with someone just to get a leading role in a film.
Thumbs up for you.
You would do it to be number 8 in row 5.
That's different. No,
Thug number 3
I get to be
in
thug
brackets
number 3.
with dreadlocks.
Would you cut off your hair for a role?
No, we did ask that question before, and I say no because I don't see anybody.
This brother's not bad at
No,
work.
I don't see anybody look like me being represented in the industry. So why?
You're not about your acting thing, man.
I'm about my acting thing, but I'm out being represented for people that look like me.
Don't see
And there's no
anybody
one there that looks like me.
Representation matters.
Representation does matter.
So the dreadlocks need somebody to look up to.
So there's no actors with dreadlocks.
There's no one that I've seen of late that looks like me that has dreadlocks and are a positive role model.
Do you think that the dreadlocks is holding you back though, bro?
In some essences, people say yes. In some essences, people say no.
What do
Because
you
again,
think?
I say no because there's no one out there that looks like me.
In some essences, is that some Hotep language?
No, it's just language you don't understand.
You said I don't understand it.
It's wrong. But anyway,
Is it on Ludo though, bro?
Hmm?
Is it on Ludo?
Is
Is
it
it Ludo? Cluedo.
Oh my god,
What
this
the
episode is so
fuck are you
bad.
talking about?
Essences.
This episode is so fucking hell, bro.
Essences. Cluedo.
So bad. You have to call it the so bad episode.
Scrabble.
Actually call
Scrabble.
it episode 94, the so bad episode.
The Yellow
on,
Pages
hold on.
episode.
Did I call
bad
Scrabble
episode.
Ludo?
Usually, I would pull you up on your poor English, but because this is such a bad episode, I would actually call it the so bad episode.
No, that's what I think about the so bad episode.
Whatever, man.
Scrabble is the
Yeah,
game.
that's what I meant.
You
man.
called it Ludo,
And then
then
I
you
called
called it Cluedo.
Cluedo.
but you better scrap. But it's still
If we
happening.
had left it, we would have called it Sabutio.
Oh, bad boy game.
You know,
though.
simple come back, bro, because we're lost without this match. But
But
anyway,
anyway, no, I wouldn't do it, and no, there is no representation of people with locks in the industry.
Why
and
do
I
I
wouldn't cut
no?
my hair.
I don't think anybody believes you. bruv.
do you think that
Have you seen anybody with locks?
No, I'm
in a-
saying
in a-
that you
in a
would
major feature
bang, bruv, for
You
a
think I'd bang
Hollywood
for a
part,
Hollywood
bruv.
part? No.
Yes, you would, mate.
No, I wouldn't.
You'll stick the dick
if that
in
was the
here one
case, I
time,
would have done
mate.
it a long time ago.
With
Oh.
who?
Yeah, but I'm talking. No, but we're talking.
We're talking about people that you would
We're
actually
talking
do it
about
anyway.
big Hollywood roles, bro.
Don't listen, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, rodents and other small insects.
You need to get in there somewhere.
Especially the
You
insects.
needed to.
Don't believe web slinging.
That's what I was saying. I
No,
don't.
you know what? And I need to explain this to people. I've been in a lot of networking scenarios and industry moments where I meet a lot of people, a lot of directors, a lot of producers.
Did
that
one of
say,
the guys grab your balls?
I'm doing a film. You'd be great for it. Would you be interested in coming in for a read, or would you like to do A, B, or C? I'm not saying anything sexual, but I will say things have been said that made me feel uncomfortable.
Say one of these things.
No, I'm not going to say one of these things.
Tell us after.
So
Are you happy to tell us after?
I'm happy to tell you after. But in this instance, that's not me. It's not in me to do that. I'd rather hustle, be hungry and starving for my craft than just sell myself out to get a role. Because somewhere down the line, it's going to come out, you did this for this. And then where does that...
Not necessarily.
And no one would
somewhere
care.
down the line, it would come out. But
no,
where does...
no one would care.
But
though.
I would care because it's my credibility. It's
But you would have
me.
cared when you did it in the first place.
No, I wouldn't have... I wouldn't do it.
No, but I'm saying you would have cared in the first time. Being down the line wouldn't have made any difference.
It would make the difference.
How would you look at an actor or actress or actor, whatever they're called,
Call that
actors that is I don't know, maybe an Oscar winner, and you heard news that they banged the director for their first starring role? How would you look at them?
I'd look at them like, well, you sold out for your craft.
I wouldn't look at them anyway. I just think that you're a good actor in certain films.
You may be a good actor in certain films, but what it took for you to get that role, instead of you just grafting, doing your work,
I would feel sorry for them.
being made, self-made.
Why?
In that way,
I'd
why
feel
would you
I'd
take
feel
the
sorry for them.
shortcut?
How can you be more self-made than banging your way?
Why would you bang your way to the top?
It was one bang.
Why would you
It
not?
was-
Why
it
would
was
you not
one
go to the
bang
top
for
of your
one
own
film.
merits?
That is off your own.
Oh, what
merits.
if you got family to feed?
If you got family, still it swings and roundabouts, man.
You know what? I would feel sorry for them
Why?
because
They're
it depends
rich,
on what
bro.
it is. If they felt like that's the only way that they could ever get put on was for them to have to feel like they had to do that, I'd feel sorry for them. If they just did it because they were lazy, then I wouldn't feel sorry for them.
I mean, there's a lot
You
of
would never know, you know.
actors. There's a lot of actors that have come out and said, "Look, when I first went to Hollywood, I only had £700. I had my child with me, and we were living in the car, and I didn't know what was going to happen. I was about to quit, or I was about to go on road and do some things I would regret. But then my big chance came."
And I'm pretty sure that if you asked them privately if they had to do certain
would
things
you-
that they,
would
that
you
they-
go down that
no,
road?
certain things that they might have done that they thought was against their morals, though.
They're different people.
It is what it is. In the industry that you're in, morals are loose.
Would you play a gay
Roles
role?
are loose.
Would you?
No,
You wouldn't play a
'cause-
gay role that could put you up there. You know,
No, it's
well paid.
It depends on when you say would you play a gay role, the extent of the gay role.
Would you play it with?
Would I have to kiss another man? Would I have to be naked in the scene with another man? Or do I just portray someone that's homosexual?
portray someone as homosexual and kiss them, man? Just to pick on the
I'd
lips, you get me?
frown against the kissing. I could portray someone that's homosexual.
Okay. All right.
Well, that brings us to the end of our.
It was
best-
such a great
The
podcast.
best podcast
Probably the
of
best
the
podcast in the world.
of the 95.
The So Bad podcast.
When you lot were
Episode
saying,
94.
when
Do
you lot were saying that
do
we
you
were
know
gonna,
why it was bad? I'll tell you why.
Because you didn't let me start properly.
Because he didn't do his intro.
I don't think it's that.
He put the muckers on it, man.
Fuck you.
That actor, man.
Really?
Yeah,
that actor's
bro.
not even here. It's Webslinger that's here.
Oh,
Saying
yeah.
Webslinger put a bad mojo on
I
the
think it
intro.
was
I think the intro was really good.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I think you did a good job, bro.
No, you done a good
You
job.
left, you
but
left out the
it-
hashtag, but
Left out the hashtag. I even left out my hashtag, my socials.
Yeah, I leave out stuff all the time, so
I don't think there's
it's-
anything wrong with the intro. I just think that
Nah,
we
he
had.
just put the juju on it. That's all.
If we're gonna blame anyone, I'll blame you. To be honest,
Why?
no, I'll just blame me. Just we're bullied mode. We might as well bully somebody.
Listen, if we're picking straws, you take the short straw, bro.
Why is that?
Because you're the shortest.
He's not even that short. I want people to know that when we.
Do you know
cuss
what?
about how short he
I
is,
saw something online.
He's not even that short.
Sorry, well, I saw something online, like invisible insoles that.
sorry,
boost-
Walla.
Oh god.
Sorry, Wahala, yeah. That boost your height. Do you want me to order them for you?
Yeah, please.
See-
I beg of you, order them.
See,
I'll beg now, seriously.
I'll order them for
Yeah,
you.
go on, go on.
I just think that I forgot what I was going to say. I forgot what I was going to say. What was I saying before?
Something about my height.
No, it wasn't anything to cussing you at all. It wasn't cussing you at all. I was talking about the podcast and then...
Yeah, he mentioned why the podcast was bad, and he said it was because of you.
No, before that I was talking about something completely different, and then you lot took it to why this thing was so bad. I was commending you for your intro at one point, but
Thank
before
you.
that even happened, I was talking about something. But it's alright, don't worry about it. I can't remember, so it can't be that important. But yeah, big up Simple Simon who's not here. Oh, that's it. I knew that this podcast wasn't going to be special when we started saying, we should make it special because it's the 8th year. I just knew immediately when we said that. It was
So
gonna be
you're the one that put
every time we've had an anniversary type thing, our podcast has been bad.
No, the last one was fine.
I can't remember it.
Yeah, the 7-year itch one. That was a good episode. I even remember the name of it.
Ain't that the one where we started talking about how old school and stuff like that?
I can't remember, but I just remember it was a decent
We
episode.
didn't even talk about the previous podcast that we like.
Oh, you know, actually, shout out to I don't know. What
I will say last...
El Boogie, on Twitter, because I did put a post out saying that we're going to record and to give us some of your memories, your favorite memories of the podcast, of the group that we used to have, and of the live events that we did. So anything that you remember from any of those things, and one of them from El Boogie was when Stavros and Wahala's parents came on and talked about relationships and how to navigate those. She said that's one of her favorite episodes. And another one she said was during season 1 when we used to talk about sex stuff.
Who said that?
That woke up I've said it twice. El Boogie on Twitter.
He was sleeping again.
So, you fell asleep again. Sorry. So,
Long time,
yeah. So she said that those are 2 of her favorite memories from ESN.
That's what I'm saying. We don't talk raw no more, man. I've done said that already.
We don't even
We have spoken this season of getting spit in the mouth, of sticking thumbs in asses, of sticking whole arms with gloves.
That's with
up
guests.
inside.
That was just the last
That's
episode.
with guests, man, and that was just the last one. And then the next one was that. Before that was probably episode.
We
like
did not speak
40
about
or
sex
60.
every single week in season
What is
1.
your obsession with sex anyway? You like to talk about sex way too much.
What are you talking to me?
Yes, you.
I don't know, man.
And to be honest,
He's got issues, you know.
I don't need to come to
He's got a problem.
like even
I don't want to know about none of your lot sexual habits anyway. I think it's strange.
I think, to be honest, I'm happy to talk about, because all I'm going to talk about now is stuff that I did before I was married. Because I'm not telling you what I did with my wife.
Sometimes these people like the advice, you know.
I think
Sexual
my
tips.
question was still,
like put it this way, like the tips that we were given 2 episodes ago with the meat. I thought that they were good, bro. They were kind of raw, but they were good.
I don't think people even pay attention to any of our tips.
Exactly.
But
Well, to that.
I think the question I asked you would have been a wicked question if you were the type of person to talk about your sex life while you was married.
Me?
Mm.
No questions,
About whether or not your sex gets better or worse when you become a married
Yeah,
person.
so people might have jumped to conclusions, but I don't talk about those things.
Yeah.
I don't talk about my I can talk about stuff with me and my missus, but it's light stuff, innit? But when it gets to deep things, and sex is definitely included in that.
Respectful
I don't
of the union.
Yeah, so I know some people do. There are some personalities and some people that are on podcasts or radio that talk about that type of thing
Stuff like Charlemagne.
with their partner. But I don't. I respect her too much, and I don't think it's. I don't.
Yeah, if it's something that she won't speak about, and it's not something that she would like to speak about, then yeah, you shouldn't be there.
I don't know. I'd be very interested because I could ask her, because my missus is so laid back. She's so cool, but I wouldn't want to. So she's cool with me talking about. There's times I said I'll come back after the episode, and I said, "Oh, I spoke about this," or "I spoke about when we did this," and she's always cool. She's never had an issue. I think if I came back and I said, "Oh, I spoke about our sex life," I think she'd be like, "Well, why would you do that?" And I wouldn't want to put her in that predicament, because I've got a cool wife that lets me run free. So you never push that. Well, there's your advice for people in relationships. If you got somebody that's cool, don't push it.
Don't take advantage of something.
Don't push it. Don't. In fact, that's even in life, just in general. If you got somebody that's cool, bedroom or in a relationship, don't take it too far, man. You know?
Would a long-term relationship differ than a marriage?
No. And here's big advice, and I've been saying this for a long time. If you are going to get married, you want to get married, you're with somebody that you see this kind of future with, do not expect things to change after marriage. And on top of that, don't want things to change after marriage. If you are not happy with them in the relationship you are in now, then don't marry them. Don't expect nothing to change, because it shouldn't. Things shouldn't change when you get married. Why should it?
Have we ever spoken about the best sex we've ever had?
Yes.
Wow.
I did it
Have
a
we?
couple weeks ago.
You spoke about everything, man.
Best ever here.
Spoke about everything. Anyway, wrap up.
Does that mean we should
Why
no
don't-
longer do any podcasts?
Why don't
Condom
you
the
talk
thing,
about
man.
your best experience and stuff?
Wrap it up,
Because
man.
clearly you haven't.
We've just finished, bruv. We're
Wrap
running.
up the podcast. Blood clots.
When I'm talking, man, it's overlapping me.
Finish, man. The podcast is so poor. Let's finish the podcast. We're trying to drag out something that's bad.
But okay, when I say it's bad, it's, I can't say things are bad.
Yeah, but that's the whole premise of the podcast now is that it's bad, isn't it?
But what Hala can say is bad.
So what are you saying, that this is a wooden spoon podcast?
R.I.P.
What does that
Jeffrey from Rainbow.
You know when you're last, you get the wooden spoon.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, last is the wooden
Okay,
spoon. It's
I don't
like
know
you
about
get
that.
gold medal, silver, bronze,
Never heard of it.
and last is
Never
wooden
heard
spoon.
of the you get the wooden spoon for
No.
being shit and last.
Never heard about this before in my life.
Because it never happens that way, Hala. I never come last. I'll
It's
leave
a
that.
sportsman's team, bruv.
I'll leave that stuff to the jabronis over there. I don't know about no wooden spoon.
It's a sports
Oh,
team.
you leave it to the bedroom, fam.
Or the wooden spoon.
No,
So the-
coming
Ross.
last. Rastafari.
I see the wooden spoon in a bedroom, you know.
She
Fuck,
came
you know.
twice.
Do you remember
I came last.
Were you ever there on the ESN group one time when I used to ask them mad questions, and I asked them, what would you do if you ever went to have sex with a woman or a man and they put in a teaspoon? And they didn't tell you what the teaspoon was for, but they just had one. Would you still have sex with them?
They put
What, the teaspoon just sit on the
No,
side?
they just came in with they came in for sex, but they came with a teaspoon.
Didn't you say you wanted the podcast to end?
Yeah,
And then now you start asking
I'm just
questions.
saying. I'm not asking questions. I'm just saying. These are the random things that we used to have discussions about. So I get why people would say that maybe it's a bit different. Because that was random.
All right.
I used to love them questions that I used to ask people about.
Can we not get some of those questions from the ESN group on Facebook?
Yes, you can.
Yeah,
So,
wicked.
by all means, bring some.
Yes.
forward.
If you want me to start
You
asking these
can.
types of questions again, I can ask, man. Because remember, I started at the beginning of season 2.
All right.
Okay. All right. Okay. Church notes and our goodbyes.
Can I go first?
Please, Big Wahala, go
At
first.
Big Wahala on Insta, at Big Wahala on Twitter.
Simple Simon is not here. Listen.
Simon SB.
That's Simple Cyber SB.
If this is your first time listening to Eloquently Saying Nothing, and for some reason you've got all the way to this point, yeah, we are not usually this poor. This is one of those poor performances that we're talking about happens once in a while.
In the bedroom, innit?
Yeah, you cannot be perfect.
Where
all
my
the time.
girl,
Yeah.
like last week, she would just shun us, innit? So name, I forget her name, you know. I'm sorry,
So,
Georgette.
Georgette. She
Like-
would
like you
listen
say-
to this podcast and then never listen to us ever.
yeah,
again.
we had that big dick energy, and then we
didn't get
didn't
me.
follow through.
You know what? Yeah, I was listening to Joe Budden today, actually. And Joe Budden's podcast was a bit like this today.
It was rubbish.
It wasn't rubbish, but it's like they had nothing to talk about. So they just talked rubbish for a whole 20, 45 minutes and then suddenly got into it again.
Yeah, but we talk rubbish all the time. It's not talking rubbish.
It was-
Did you listen to the whole of the podcast?
I haven't finished it, but yeah, I'm going to because I'm used to listening to them. But he said the same thing. If this is the first time you ever listened to our podcast, please don't take it that this is how the podcast actually is.
Yeah.
Because some podcasts are just like that. Sometimes you're just there and
I
there's
bet
nothing.
it's not that bad, you know.
Yeah, but the thing is,
It's never that bad when you think about it.
the thing is somebody going to accept that? Because, like Georgette said last week, it doesn't matter. If that's the first experience I have from you,
You know what they
you
say?
ain't never seen me
That's what
again.
I'm saying. They say in football, you're as good as your last performance, mate. You know what I mean? And if our last performance was doo-doo, boy, then you doo-doo.
Boy, at least they shouldn't tell that to Ozil. But anyway, keep going.
Okay, so we picked up Simple Simon. Wahala's giving out his socials. That actor.
That actor's not here at the moment, but he has asked me to. He has asked me to tell you that he is directing and starring in a rehearsed reading of a play by Anthony Cromwell Hill.
Yeah, maybe that actor wants people to hear it, so maybe.
I'm sorry. Can you
Webslugger
not?
should
Can you
talk
not?
into the mic.
Can you not hear me?
Thank you very much.
I shall repeat myself. The actor is directing and starring in a rehearsed reading of a play by Anthony Cromwell Hill called Bring It With You When You Come, which depicts the life of a jazz singer by the name of Alberta Hunter, sorry. So please check it out. It will be...
I was thinking about the teaspoon when he said bring it with me when he There's something very wrong with me, I know.
There's something seriously
Say
wrong.
where it's going to be.
Seriously wrong with you. It will take place on the 2nd of... Bring the teaspoon with you when you come.
Fuck, you love it, love.
You know you love it.
Come on. Where is this
2nd
going
of
to be?
November.
Oh, sorry. 2nd of November. I've
Yes.
lost the flipping thing now because I was talking. Someone else go ahead and I'll come back.
Mr. Wolf.
AKA Mr. Wolf on Insta, AKA _Mr. Wolf on Twitter. And I had a little rant earlier, and I'll say it again. Go find yourself on the webpage to register to give blood so you can help your people. Yes, your fellow African and Caribbean period. Your fellow African and Caribbean people. It's very important. We need you. One time. Boom.
I am Stavros. You can catch me at Stavros Boss everywhere. Stavros Says is the section where I recommend something. And this week I am recommending I'm recommending the BBC. Most of you, some of you, a few of you pay your TV license, and maybe you don't watch the BBC for much. But there are a couple of shows that you can catch on iPlayer, which I watched recently, and I don't watch too much TV, but I banged through.
Is one the Bodyguard?
One of them is the Bodyguard.
Black show.
I banged through that fast.
I need to watch it because everyone was talking about it at work.
The Bodyguard is deep.
I banged through that fast, and then Killing Eve is the second one. So
is that good as well? Yeah,
Killing Eve.
Killing Eve is not as good as the Bodyguard, but it's good. It's a decent watch. It's a decent watch, and it's only 8 episodes.
The funny thing about Killing Eve, everybody's talking about it like I thought it was the second season, but I've already watched it before it came on to BBC.
Yes, because it's a BBC American production, so it was shown in America before it came to the UK.
Yeah.
So if you watch programs through illicit sources, then it would have been up on your thing a long time ago, whilst they were airing it in the States. So that's Killing Eve. It's a story about a woman, a police woman that is chasing a serial killer. Sorry, not a serial killer, like an assassin.
I'm gonna
a female assassin.
I'm gonna check both of them out.
She's part of the what do you want to call it?
Illuminati.
Like CI5 or something.
I'm gonna check both of them out because
Go on.
the Bodyguard definitely people have been talking about.
Bodyguard. So Killing Eve is 8 episodes. Bodyguard is only 6. But Bodyguard is a full hour length because it was made for the UK, so it covers the whole thing. Whereas the American one was made for American, which they have adverts on the American BBC. So it's only 44 minutes. So they're really short. You can bang through them quickly. But Bodyguard is wicked. It starts off, it's very tense, and it's about a bodyguard to what's the role that Theresa May used to be before she was Prime Minister?
She's
Home Secretary.
Home Secretary.
Yeah. So this dude's a bodyguard to the Home Secretary, and it's just a story about that basically.
The British thing.
British.
Don't
6
spoil
episodes.
it.
No, he's
Don't spoil it.
No, I'm not spoiling it.
It's what he said is enough.
I'm not spoiling it,
That's
but he's one of the guys from Game of Thrones.
Okay.
I forget. He's
So you don't even know he's the guy.
No, he is the guy. I forget his name now.
Go back to sleep, bruv.
He's the Lannisters, not the Lannisters.
Jamie Lannister.
No,
He's not a Lannister.
He's not
Forget
a
it,
Lannister.
man. We don't know who he is, but he's on Game of Thrones.
Go back to sleep, man.
Look at your face.
eyes
You're
look-
like a drunkard.
You're trying to hold your eyes open. Go back to sleep.
Go on.
So yeah, it starts off tense, and then it just keeps going. It just holds you, keep you tense, keep you tense.
There's another show that and I'm for some reason I'm so drawn to this woman. She's freaking beautiful, and I slept on her the first time around.
Did you bang
Michaela Cole's show, it's called.
You think Michaela Cole is freaking beautiful?
She's freakishly beautiful.
When she cut her hair, she went right up in my rankings. Yeah, but still not high.
She's high.
Are you talking about the one that she's got with the guy that did Misty? Yeah.
No. That's the film. That
It's another BBC program, though, isn't it?
But yeah, no, it's a BBC program. John Goodman's in it, and someone else is in it.
Yeah. What is it about again?
The British Cry or the Crying something.
Yeah, I saw something about that. I might check that as well. Actually, no, I need to check out my BBC game.
BBC, they're up in their game.
Because they've always had some good programs like Luther.
Yeah, they have.
And
they have.
what's it called?
Luther's overrated, by the way. Luther's a decent program.
Luther and
it's overrated.
what's this guy's the guy, man? Spectre. What's his name?
Inspector Morse.
No, not Inspector Morse. The other one.
Gadget.
No, come on, the guy that's he's got his. The one
Inspector Gadget, you're such a fool.
What's your name? Cumberbatch played him.
I don't watch it.
Benjamin
Cumberbatch. The
With
one
Moriarty.
with the pipe and whatever.
Oh, Poirot.
Oh my God!
That was Rob Stark, by the way.
Baker Street.
Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes. Thank you, God. Jesus.
I've never watched Sherlock, so that's really good.
Fantastic program.
What's it called? It's just called Holmes, isn't it?
Sherlock Holmes.
It's called Sherlock Holmes.
I don't know.
Or is it just called Sherlock? It's one word, isn't it? It's
Sherlock. Wicked program.
Okay.
Wicked program.
How many
might
seasons
check
of
it
that did they do?
About 3-4. Wicked.
Okay.
I
Wicked.
don't know how you get to watch all of this stuff.
Yeah, man.
I take time to watch programs.
I take my
I tried to
time.
watch, I tried to
it
play my PlayStation today. I did for a bit, but then in the end, I'm just thinking about what programs I'm gonna watch. That's what I do. I want to add something to one of my Wahala says, if you want to call it.
Go on.
It's an old song, but I only heard it recently at the end of Ballers, and since then I couldn't stop listening to it.
Hold on. Is this the song? Because I went on to... Oh, you told me about this person. You said, why didn't we tell you about... I never knew about this person.
Cass is dead.
I never knew about
So
this
I've heard Cass is dead on some songs with gigs in the past, but I didn't notice him. That makes any sense. But he smashed the songs that he was with gigs as well, by the way. But I didn't really notice him.
I never knew.
But on the end of the Ballers, the last Ballers episode, there was a song that played, and it was from a British person. I'm like, what song is this? This song is bad. Song is bad. So I had to go and find out, because you can go on, because I do it with Insecure sometimes as well, where you can find out the person that's singing the songs in the episodes. There's like a website that shows you like what songs is what.
Just Shazam it.
Yeah, but at the time I didn't bother with that. I just said what the last songs. So then he said, yeah, Cass is dead, and the song's called Pat's Earrings, and he's got a picture of Pat Butcher. So it's actually Pat Butcher. The song is so wicked, but it's about 6-7 months old. It came out in April or something like that.
You know, so you said, who's this Cassie's... Why didn't you man tell me about Cassie's dead? And I said, I don't know about Cassie's dead. Or do I? Maybe he's one of these people I know the music, but I don't know the name. And I went onto YouTube, and I was listening to a song. I said, this is all right. I didn't think it was that special, but it was all right. And what did I see on all the comments? Ballers bought me here. Ballers bought me here. Ballers bought me here. I know about this because of Ballers.
Yes. Because it just made it, I think sometimes music goes so perfectly with the show, and it was literally, that was the end credits song. But the last thing that happened before the end credits just made you just get into the song somehow. It just merged in, it made it well, and then you just wanted to listen to it. I know, and it had in the end credits. They never usually have a they never usually have a scene in there, but in this one they actually had the scene in it as well. So it made you listen to the whole song almost.
Okay.
This guy's saying, end the podcast, end the
I
podcast.
wonder what episode that is, because another someone
Episode
I know
9.
has got their song on Ballers as well.
Episode 9 it is.
Episode 9. I'll check
Season
it out.
4.
So how do you spell Casisdead?
Yeah, Cass is dead.
All right, okay. And the song's called what again?
Pat's Earrings.
Pat's Earrings. This is a wicked title. I love good titles for books and songs and all that stuff. So before we go, Web Slinger will tell you where that actor's play is going to be.
Yes, people. Sorry. Yes. The rehearsed reading for the play will be at the Red Hedgehog, which is 255 to 257 Archway Road, Highgate, N5 5BS, and that's 2:30 on the 2nd of November.
Is that like Saturday, Sunday? What is it?
That is a Saturday.
Are you gonna hold tickets for Mans and say, "I've got your tickets, pay me," or whether they're free or we have to pay you, rather than do the thing and then my wife will tell me, "Oh, was that actor on a play on Instagram?" Because that's how I found out about your life now. My wife tells me what she saw you do
that
on
actor's
Instagram.
life is on Instagram.
That you didn't tell us. You do it on Instagram, and then I find out from
I
from
tell
my
everybody
wife.
about everything.
Even that host thing the other day, the way you posted it, I couldn't even find out where it is or what it was. You just did like a Google link.
Do you know what?
Bruv, you need to just
If I tell you a lot of things, you claim you don't listen to me when I talk. Nobody listens to me when I
I saw
talk.
the thing. I searched for that thing. You know.
told you
Yeah, so
guys.
did I.
I told you guys about rain dance and I put it in the group.
No, but the way you put it in the group was so bad. It was ridiculous.
He even asked you for a second link because the link wasn't working for me either. I don't know what links you have. I don't know what phone you're using.
He just goes to Google and
it went to
copy
Google
and paste the Google address. What kind of madness is
gibberish.
this?
If the link don't work for you, all you type in is rain dance.
Listen,
you know what, forget
all right. Before we go, I'm gonna say two things.
This person don't
One,
want you to go as far as I'm concerned.
Mr. Wolf, when you're doing your blood drive thing, because he's told us before about going to blood drive, he always tells us when he's done. He sends us a video. Look what I'm doing, and it's done now. Bruv, that would have been nice. Yeah, they're gone now.
Don't care,
they're gone now.
They don't
Yeah?
care. I tell you lot previously about things.
All right, and that actor or web slinger, whatever you want to call yourself today, when you're doing stuff, what I would do
Who you
is,
talking about?
are you free on the 2nd? Yeah, because I'm doing the thing. And I will come back, I'll look at what I'm doing and I'll say yes or no. And when it's a yes, I will always, as long as it's not, my missus can look after the child or I can't pass her off to somebody else, I will always come and support. So, but I'm just not the chaser.
I'm not
and I'm not asking you to chase me either, but all I want you to do is say
I don't
definitively.
put things out for you to chase. I put things out for you to be aware, and if you want to come.
No, but you
No,
don't
but
even put them out properly.
I always want to come. If I told you, if I really wanted you man to stay at something,
Pause.
I'll say on this. I'll tell you. on the 7th, I'm doing this thing. I'm holding your tickets. If you don't want them, I'm gonna let them go. You know, a week before the event or something, and I'll get them tickets beforehand.
Told you about it. Done. End of story. Put the link out. You didn't find it. You didn't find it. I told you about the healthy wellness thing. You lot didn't come.
When did you tell us about the healthy wellness?
I put it
thing?
in the group, man.
Which
you
group?
that don't read the group.
I read the thing when you asked me to come somewhere though. But when you put, the last time I said to you, I said this thing does not tell me where it is, how it is, what time it is, when day it is. I told you that, and you just ignored me. So I ignored you back.
He said it.
Fine, whatever.
And it didn't work for me.
Congratulations, everybody. Thank you for listening to the podcast. We
Yeah.
appreciate you.
If you ain't saying nothing,
It's
say
episode
well.
95, 93, 90, whatever.
94.
The only one that is that it
94.
is.
It's episode 94. Thank you for listening, ladies and gentlemen. And to those listeners, if you didn't like what we did when we had the meet on, that's your business. But all in all,
If you ain't saying nothing, say it well.
Slag for life.
Slag for life. There's no way I'm not saying slag for life.
Bitches!
Slag for life!
Happy anniversary! Bitches!
Yeah, let's cut our anniversary cake.
Celebration, bitches.
Blow out.
Is that Fat Butcher's earrings? See if I can find that one from my phone. Sorry, personally, on the website.
Yeah. The rap.
Sunday morning, I saw Pat's earrings. They were on the floor just there, glaring.
Yeah. I did what I had to do. I'm coming through to beat you. Don't come in my circle.
Beer man's in my circle.
I'm gonna burst you. This is how it's done. Where I come from, East London. Yeah.
That's the person I know. Yeah.
What a girl. Yeah. She's buff. I thought she was gonna. Oh no, hold on.
I know exactly what
Is it? Does she look? Is it the woman in the actual video? A light skin thing.